Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another week of the Football Stooges. We have the Week 5 and 6 prediction and coverage for you. This is going to be a really rough episode because the Broncos are playing on a Thursday night game, and I'm getting flashbacks of last year because it's 16-0 in favor of the Chiefs, and it's just this all over again. I thought we'd be done with this. For lack of a better term, we're beating a dead horse. We're just beating it. Horrible. And Russell Wilson throws a. Okay. Anyway, let's just get this over with. Here's Macedon.
NHL season started. MLB playoffs. Thursday night football. Ugh.
Yeah, honestly, I might watch a baseball game over this because it helped me get to sleep faster. You knew it was coming. You knew the baseball slide was coming. All right, next up, it's the one and only Mamba.
All right, old man. I see you watching MLB and snoozing.
Yeah.
Fucking Phillies are winning. I'm happy right now. Beating the fucking Braves.
Reds didn't even make it. The Rangers did win, so I mean, I don't know.
No, Rangers are in the ALCS.
Rangers won. Then they moved forward?
They're in the ALCS against Houston.
Yeah, against the cheaters.
I haven't been watching baseball at all.
Yeah, I don't watch baseball.
I don't know even what.
I knew the Reds had De La Cruz, who's a new really good guy. So,
yeah.
Whoop-de-doo. Anyway, next up, the one and only Wisconsin man himself, Gorlami.
So I made a bad bet in the group chat saying that Packers lost to Josh McDaniels. I do 4 shots of whiskey. And bad bet Maston over here got the best of me.
Before this or no?
Before the bet or before this?
No,
before the are you going into 4 cold or are you ramped
He's
up?
from Wisconsin. He drinks all the fucking time.
I'm going into 4 plus 2.
Oh no!
Plus two like old fashions that I've
Should have
had
thought
over the
about
course
that
of...
before. Oh, Jesus! All right, well, go fuck your liver up.
All right, Maston, give me a countdown. I got the chaser ready.
Now. Do it now, motherfucker. I'm getting payback. I'm getting payback for what you did to me.
I mean, the biggest issue is though, 4 shots of whiskey is more alcohol, but like 4, like what were those kind of tallish boys of Yingling? That's just so much weight.
It's not tall. It's just a regular. It's just
still Yingling. That ain't no light beer. That's
not.
Yes,
like
but
beer.
it's not good whiskey. It's Kessler.
Okay, and on that note, here's K-Duff.
I'm going to need something stronger than this to talk about the Patriots this week.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
Oh, geez, straight tequila. Okay, we're getting started with this episode zangily. Oh my goodness.
Oh, you might need some antidepressants. That's
4 shots of
chaser,
whiskey, Gorlami, and that's... You're from Wisconsin, there should be nothing.
Oh, but it's Kessler, that's why.
Well, yeah, I'm more of a vodka guy.
It tastes like ass.
I have like a bottle of Old Crow whiskey, and that's bad. It's bad. It's bad.
Okay, I'm good.
Oh, my throat's down.
Good, I'm fine.
Speaking of bad, the Broncos are driving. I'm gonna make so many puns about shit in the Broncos.
I switched to baseball.
Yeah, that
It's
makes
so boring.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of fantasy points against K-Duff. Working great.
Yeah,
Pachenko and Kelsey are both playing for me, and I have like almost 25 points between the two of them, and it's the third quarter.
I might need to start watching more hockey.
Hockey's great. Love me some hockey.
Everyone's been hyping up Connor Bedard over here, so
he's
you still don't deserve him.
You don't deserve him. You don't. You had a dynasty.
Stop bragging you have him.
Oh, that's not a reception.
It's not like the Astros bragging that they won in 2017.
I have to say this, though. Thank you for being the Penguins, though. I'm happy about that. That makes me happy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Crosby's in the retirement home now, dude. He's still good.
That
but
whole
like,
team,
golly, he's old.
That whole team is retirement home.
Yeah, you know who else was, in the retirement home the entire season and decided to choke a really big lead in the playoffs there? Talk about the Bruins here. All right, we're all going to be pissed drunk by this episode.
I'm driving 5 hours
make it to
tomorrow morning.
As I was saying,
I got the sweats.
Yeah. I got the sweats.
The
As
Lightweight.
as I was saying,
Let's go.
I'm getting some good fantasy points against my matchup this week, which is K-Duff. So that kind of segues us straight into the fantasy segment this week in fantasy, where Muzzy makes us weekly videos about the fantasy matchups. So
Something I
let's
want
go
you to
ahead.
drink about.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get right into that.
Is he gonna top the last one? That was absolute. Oh god. Oh no.
Tuesday, innit? Okay.
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, innit, bro?
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
He hates Jacksonville is what he's saying.
Nightmare.
The fog is coming. The fog is coming.
It's never ending.
Oh.
I think I've seen enough. There's more. And the freshest thing in this kitchen is that pigeon.
Complaining about the ravioli special, Sarah, all weekend. Why did you even tell me?
It's time to say goodbye.
Yeah, he made a trade to me for Hunter Henry.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We take away Christian McCaffrey for a week.
I was like, wait. Why would
He
you?
quotes me.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Aye.
I mean, they didn't need Christian McCaffrey.
No, they didn't.
I didn't know that. So you're the manager of Galleria.
Wow, that is delicious. Finally, some good fucking food.
Glorious news from Boston. I don't understand. Is this not welcome news?
The fact he put the GGK duff right over your head.
Hear the boasting from the Patriots of New England.
156 points.
Last place.
He's homered the only 2 times he's faced one.
But
Oh, this is Major League.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, Richard, let's get nasty.
tush push.
From the windup.
The brotherly show.
Wow, that's gonna be the
Straight
new-
cheap. No curveball, no changeup, nothing but fucking gas.
Quarterbacks.
Wild things delivered.
And brotherly show.
Dismissal.
Well, shit. All these pitches to choose from. Maybe we ought to try something different this time.
Brotherly show.
Oh
Thank you for the
man.
Major League K-Duff.
Wait, who does he
Thank
play
you.
next week?
I'm facing
Yeah.
K-Duff.
Yeah, K Duff.
Please tell
No,
me.
I'm playing
Muzzy.
K Duff.
Who
I'm
am I
playing K Duff.
No,
I forgot.
I'm playing
You're
against Muzzy.
playing
I'm playing
Yeah,
against
that's
Muzzy.
why he was making the jokes about the quarterback sneak, was because he's playing you,
Right.
and you have Jalen Hurts.
Right.
So yeah, so it's the
you know,
matchups
that's
for
not
this week are me and K Duff, and then Mamba is gonna play Gorlami, and then you're gonna have Mastodon playing Muzzy. And that's gonna be all 3 matchups for
I'm
everybody.
gonna lose that game.
Yep.
I got the freaking IR league right now.
Yeah.
How many guys out
the-
right
the
now?
trade-
Eckler's back, so I'm fucking hyped. for
Eckler
that.
is back. That is.
Eckler is back.
Let me see
want
here.
to make a
I was just
trade?
going to go over the trade real quick. The trade that did happen in the fantasy league, I swapped out my backup tight end because I have Travis Kelce. I swapped out Sam Laporta, who was the tight end I picked up out of Detroit. It was a great tight end. I picked up Sam Laporta, and as a trade, K-Duff traded me Puka Nacua.
Train.
No,
Or not K-Duff, sorry,
traded
Muzzy.
you.
Muzzy traded me Puka Nacua and Hunter Henry. I immediately dropped Hunter Henry because he's dog shit and added Cole Kmet. Because Cole Kmet is like the only receiver Justin
Understandable.
Fields can target because he's big enough to be able to be seen
Besides
across
G-
the open line.
Besides DJ Moore.
Besides DJ Moore, right. DJ Moore did have a good game last game. So yeah, we'll
Yeah.
cover that. We will
Why
cover
would
that.
Muzzy trade out
call that
Puka? He's good as fuck.
Because he also
He
has
has
no
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 receivers.
talk. You were
Yeah.
last year's the trades you were making in our league were atrocious, dude. You should not have been getting away with
No.
those.
But again, I
Actually,
didn't
look
even
at the
start Puka Nacua this week because I have Jalen Waddle, Keenan Allen at the other 2 positions, and then Pachenko as my like flex. So
How I looked at it was that it's an even trade, kind of better for Muzzy because he gets a decent tight end. Hunter Henry he could get rid of, and he doesn't need Puka.
And also, I don't need Sam Laporta. I only need 1 week where I don't have to play Taylor Swift's boyfriend at tight end, and that's his bye week.
So you got Cole Kmet. So you went to
Cole
get
Kmet.
Cole Kmet on your bench.
Yeah, no,
so,
that's fair.
And Cole Kmet is a upgrade from
Hunter Henry.
So yeah,
Hunter Henry.
There we go.
I call that even trade.
Side note: if anyone needs running backs, let me know, and I'm open for trades.
Me.
I have seriously
I'll look
thought
at what you
about.
got.
I have seriously
I got the
thought
hospital
about
league.
making a couple trades with Jonathan Taylor.
I got
Trading
one guy
Jonathan
in
Taylor.
I got another
Depends
guy
if
in
the
my
Colts
league.
are open to trading him.
He wants to give me Justin Taylor and someone else, and he wants Cooper Kupp, who I
Let's see
just
what you
got back
have.
off of
Let's-
IR as a keeper.
Let's
I
go
don't have
ahead.
shit, so you're probably not gonna trade with me.
That is not correct.
Oh no!
That's us
we're peeking
twice.
behind the curtain.
Oh,
Hi.
we're tweaking. We are tweaking. No, that's not it.
We can't be
Tweaking.
showing that.
We were tweaking there for a second. Sorry, had an issue with that. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and cover really quickly the college football scene. Still rolling into the season. We're now mostly at the midway point. Teams are starting to enter some of the harder parts of their schedules, except for Georgia, who plays Vanderbilt. Easy win there. Michigan will play Indiana. I'm actually going to that game. It's going to be fun. Shouldn't be much of a challenge for Michigan if they get business done. Ohio State will play Purdue. Purdue does not look good this year. They should be all right. They moved up to number 3. Florida State moved up from number 5. They will play Syracuse. This should be an easy win for them. Oklahoma got a big win in the Red River rivalry against Texas. They will play UCF now.
That was actually a good game.
It was a really good game. I was rooting for Texas there.
I watched that on Pat McAfee's Field Pass. That was fun. That made it so much better.
Yeah, I've seen Pat McAfee's like field pass coverage, and you either love it or hate it. There's no like this is all right.
I love his shit.
The problem I had with it was that Pat was on the Oklahoma side. You didn't hear from the guys on the Texas side like at all, unless it was a controversial call. I was like, why can't you have both sides a little bit more? Especially for such a tight game. Why not go more back and forth?
Yeah. Have you watched Pat McAfee? That's his entire show to begin with.
You have
also, how was Matthew McConaughey not on this one?
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, the University of Penn State will play the University of Massachusetts. Should be an easy win for them. Washington will play Oregon. That's a 7-8 matchup. That's going to be at Washington. So interesting matchup there between two teams that are currently now in the Pac-12, moving to the Big Ten next year. Really big issue for the final victor of the Pac-12 in its like current setting. Is really going to play it well here. Texas will play Houston. Should be an easy win for them, bouncing back from their loss against Oklahoma. USC is playing Notre Dame. That's going to be a big game. You're going to see two of the really good quarterbacks in this league that are both probably going to get drafted next year unless Caleb Williams stays. Caleb Williams, obviously, and Sam Hartman. Alabama will play Arkansas. They're again out of the top 10, but again, Arkansas has looked about as reliable as their economy. So there you go. Go to town, Alabama.
Razorbacks, baby.
North Carolina will play the U. Should be a pretty decently easy win for North Carolina. Miami, Florida can surprise you, and they can also decide to run for it in the last few seconds when they should kneel the ball, fumble the ball, and lose the game to ACC Georgia Tech. So, whatever.
Yeah, I will say the U does have some decent defensive prospects, so that could be a good game for them too. It could be an upset.
The U is still good. It's nowhere near as good as it used to be, but you can't write that game off. Ole Miss will play Auburn. Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss are still a very good team. They've only had one loss on the season, so they're still a very decent SEC team. Auburn shouldn't be too much of a hurdle for them. Louisville 6-0. They recently just beat Notre Dame. So they are now in the top 15. They'll be playing Pittsburgh. A decent road test for them. We'll see if they're a one-shot wonder or not.
Virginia Tech beat Pittsburgh. Virginia Tech beat Pittsburgh. Louisville is going to destroy them.
I mean, we can say that, yes, but we don't know if Louisville just had a really good game that one time or not. So was that a safety?
Eat shit, Pitt.
Was that a safety?
What?
I'm not even watching the game.
Neither am I.
No.
Oh my. Okay. Anyway, Oregon State will play UCLA. Should be a decently easy win for them. UCLA can throw a couple things at you. Utah plays California. Utah should get back on track. Hopefully their starting quarterback will return. He went out last season with an ACL injury in the Rose Bowl. Should be slated in sometime in the next month. Duke will play North Carolina State. Should be an easy win for them. Again, UCLA playing Oregon State. Pretty good matchup there. Washington State will play Arizona. Washington State had fallen off. They now have one loss on their record. That's why they dropped 6 spots. So hopefully they can bounce back against Arizona, who's still a very good team. Good old Rocky Top. Tennessee will play Texas A&M. That'll be a tough matchup for them. Tennessee's having a bit of an iffy year. They look good one moment, bad the next, and Texas A&M has a lot of talent, but sometimes they can't really get it going. So whoever's less bad will win that game. Notre Dame is looking to bounce back against USC. That is a tall order on short notice, as they'll have to stop former Heisman winner Caleb Williams. LSU is playing Auburn. At this point, Brian Kelly just wants to live, out the rest of his days in LSU with a job. So good luck there. Kansas is 5-1 and playing Oklahoma State. They should be able to have a good matchup there. It could go either way. Kentucky, two of the sad stories from the SEC. Two teams playing each other. Kentucky 5-1. Missouri also 5-1. Missouri's undefeated SEC season ends there, which is kind of sad. But they'll be playing each other. Missouri is very good and could surprise Kentucky. I would not be surprised if Kentucky does lose that game, but I think Kentucky does have the advantage there. And as I said before, Miami, Florida plays North Carolina. Tough game for them, but they can get it done if they don't decide to run the ball within the last 2 seconds of the game. Damn it. So there you go. College football. Other teams that received top votes, Missouri received 69 total votes. Nice. 74 was the bottom limit. Wyoming had 42, Air Force 41, Wisconsin 41, Tulane 27, West Virginia 26. Clemson somehow got 17, Maryland got 9, Iowa got 7, James Madison got 7, Texas A&M got 5.
I will be at the Wisconsin-Iowa game this weekend.
Nice.
You might win that because the starting quarterback for Iowa, Cade McNamara, is out for the rest of the year with a leg injury. So
McNamara can be scary.
Virginia Tech home. Virginia Tech homecoming just to visit friends, but face against Wake Forest.
All right.
There's like 20 of us going. We have like a whole line, and we all have shirts. And I'm pretty sure it says on Wisconsin. Who the hell are you?
All right.
I'm pretty sure I'm part of the U.
That's funny.
Why does it automatically fill this out? Let me click FL. There we go.
There we go.
All right. Let's get going with the NFL crossover grid. We have first
off Frank Clark.
For here?
Yeah, right there.
Really?
Huh. Yeah.
I forget.
Although I will say it's not going to be. He got traded there or he signed with them in the offseason.
Oh, okay.
But All-Pro, first team defense,
news. There's a story about that.
Von Miller.
So.
Yep.
Von Miller.
2 reception TDs in a game. I think we can do Demaryius Thomas.
Sutton?
Oh, most likely.
There
he is. Above where? Yeah, you just had him.
There it is, Thomas.
That should be it. Yep.
Oh, come on.
Catch it. Fuck, foul.
13 wins in a season, so I think Mahomes.
Yeah.
Or
Patrick
Kelsey.
Mahomes. First team, all-team defense. We can do
Oh, please.
Yeah. 2.7%.
Yes, Will Fork was, I think, wasn't he part of that Patriots team that was undefeated until Eli Manning showed up?
Oh yeah, he was like the big man of our D line before. Like we got people like Dietrich White.
Was he there
13
for
wins
like
10
years. Bottom. Greg Jennings. Please do Greg. Damn it.
There you go. All right.
This makes me feel better about myself.
Greg Jennings.
Oh wow.
All right.
0.3.
Now rounds.
All right.
Second and third rounders that are all pro, first team defense, 2 reception TDs in a game. I think we can do. I think T. Higgins was second or third. There you go. Yeah.
For all pro team defense, wasn't Richard Sherman a second or third rounder?
Hold on. Oh, if not,
nope.
Do Cam Chancellor.
Oh, probably.
Cam. Oh yeah, it's KAM, right? Cam Chancellor.
Oh, damn! Really? Huh.
He was never all pro.
Bobby Wagner? I'm just trying to go through Legion of Boom.
Yeah, but let me check with Cam Chancellor.
Bobby Wagner. There we go.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Finally, a second or third round pick by the Kansas City Chiefs.
He was a second team. And he was a pick. He was in round 5 also.
Isn't Tyreek was?
Nope.
No, he was actually a later
round.
Humphrey
was round 1.
No, Creed Humphrey wasn't. Creed Humphrey wasn't. I think Creed Humphrey was, a second round pick.
Chris Jones.
That also works.
Oh,
That was really quick. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, Travis Kelce was also one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fred Warner, DK Metcalf, Randy Moss.
Yeah. Chris Jones could have been in there too.
All right, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, but you had to include me, so Greg Jennings was in there.
All right, let's go ahead and, while we have the time, go ahead and pop on over to KDF.
Welcome to KDF News, where that tequila is finally starting to kick in, and I actually don't have to start off any Patriots news to.
Oh, the whiskey has kicked my ass.
I can imagine. I can imagine you're 6 shots in already going into this.
Anyway, 7.
Now he's got fucking nicotine in.
Well, I mean that's the minimum for the average.
I've had another
anyway,
old fashioned, so.
Jesus Christ!
All right, so we're going to start out with some injury news, and this is going to need Muzzy to get one of these. We're going to start out with 2 Bills' major pieces of their defense, linebacker Matt Milano and defensive lineman Daquan Jones. Both are out for the year after suffering injuries in their game in London this week. Milano with an Achilles injury and Daquan Jones with a torn pectoral.
I think that's really rough. I just want to say one thing. I feel like Matt Milano, even though this is way too early, I feel like he had an all-pro first or second team defense coming. Like, he was playing out of his mind this year, even more than normal.
Yeah, I mean, they extended them through offseason for a reason. So that's a big loss to them, which I should know. I just lost Matt Judon last week. Cowboys have also lost a big piece of their special teams. Cornerback C.J. Goodwin also tore his pectoral. Jets, their O-line has taken yet another hit. Offensive tackle Elijah Vera Tucker, he tore his Achilles. Also, apparently this happened in the Broncos game. Last year, too, he also had a season-ending injury versus the Broncos, which I think he had a tricep injury there. So that's just uncanny valley. And also just sheer bad luck. Lions cornerback Emmanuel Mosley had his comeback game after recovering from an ACL tear last year, this past week. And in just 2 plays, tore his other ACL and is now out for the season as well.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's just not a good luck for him.
At least he has 2 brand new knees now.
Pretty much. In long to short-term injuries, we have a lot of running backs on the list here. Starting out with Cardinals running back James Conner. He's got a knee injury that should keep him out for at least 4 games. Dolphins rookie phenom Devon Achane. We talked about this last week. Achane. Okay. Devin Achane, also with 4 games, a knee injury. Bears running back Khalil Herbert with an ankle injury that should keep him out at least 4 games. And Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson, 4 to 8 weeks with a paired shoulder injury. And Colts, why are you speed running what you did to Andrew Luck with Anthony Richardson?
Okay. To be fair,
show.
No. Hold on. To be fair, this is not the Colts organization's fault, and you'll see this if you watch any of the Gridiron Heights shit. Anthony Richardson is the equivalent of a kamikaze pilot. This man has no regard for his own well-being.
Christ.
No, I'm serious. Every time I watch the man,
when you watch...
in Gridiron Heights, they always have a funny segment where they talk about the rookie quarterback, and you just see, and then he just flies across screen. This man will jump headfirst into Ray Lewis. I don't even
who enables him to fucking Colts?
What do you mean enables him? He's a grown man that makes his own decision to jump headfirst into a fucking all-pro middle linebacker.
That man will headbutt Brian Urlacher for $5.
Yeah, this Anthony Richardson is on one hand, Anthony Richardson is an absolutely great-looking quarterback already at a rookie position, which is something you love to see, especially for the Colts who have struggled through a lot of different things. On the other hand, you're kind of concerned for him because he has no self-regard for his own safety. None.
Yeah, he's already he's already had 3 or 4 different injuries, and he's not even in 6 games into his rookie season yet. He needs to slow the fuck down.
Have you ever
get him to slow the fuck down?
Yeah. Have you ever played Madden with someone and they always use the same move when trying to break a tackle? They always spin or they always. This guy always hurdles. But he hurdles and always gets hit with those animations where his player character does 7 spins, a flip, a cartwheel in midair, and lands on his shoulder.
He's hitting the hurdle with a linebacker coming at him high.
Yeah,
it's shit games.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Other injuries, big notable one. Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson has a hamstring injury that should sideline him for at least a month. Also,
damn it.
Dolphins left tackle Teron Armstead also has a knee injury. And Cowboys linebacker Leighton Vander Esch. For some reason, it changed my notes thing, autocorrected to Leighton Vanderbilt Esch. He's out for 4 to 6 weeks with a strained neck. Other questionables going into the week. I forgot to take this off, but Taylor Swift's boyfriend, Travis Kelce, had a apparent ankle injury that he was questionable, but is playing tonight. Thank God. He's gotten me 15 points right in my other league.
He's got me 15 points against you as well.
Get rid of turf.
Giants quarterback Daniel Jones, he's got a neck injury. Giants also tight end Darren Waller with a groin injury. Steelers wide receivers Deontay Johnson with a hamstring and linebacker TJ Watt with a dislocated finger. Lions tight end Sam Laporta with a calf strain. Bears running back Roshkin Johnson with concussion. And Panthers guard Chandler Zavala, who had a neck injury and actually collapsed on the field in their game against the Dolphins. They are reporting that he is luckily okay and out of the hospital, so he's going to be good. Oh, all right. Moving on to signings. What's up?
Can we go back to TJ Watt injury?
Yeah, he apparently had... Go ahead.
Is the third brother just out of body parts to donate?
This is TJ Watt. If TJ Watt is that because of dislocated finger, that finger probably was reattached.
Yeah. Also, Trey Turner just hit a cycle.
Dude, they could literally just club up the one hand. He doesn't need it.
Let's see. Going on to signings and re-signings, after the Bears running back room has been completely decimated with injuries with Herbert, Johnson, and Travis Homer, they have re-signed free agent running back Darrington Evans, who I think they released going into the preseason. Mamba, correct me on that if I'm wrong.
I've never heard of this man before.
Mamba does not care about the Bears anymore. This is an understatement.
He's a Lions fan for the year. He's a Lions fan for the year.
This is true.
Yeah, I'm a Lions fan.
Texans have signed former 49ers defensive end Kerry Hyder Jr., and the Colts have signed former Browns backup quarterback Kellen Mond. That's just for quarterback depth behind Gardner Minshew, with Richardson going on to the IR. Notable trades and releases. The big one this week. The Bears are finally free of the horrors that are wide receiver Chase Claypool. They have sent him to Miami in exchange for a 7th-round 2025 pick, also sending over there with a 6th-rounder. The Rams have apparently traded wide receiver Van Jefferson to the Falcons. I've got nothing on the compensation they're getting for that. Probably picks. Broncos are, and we were speaking of Clark from earlier. The Broncos are reportedly done with him and are rumored to be either trading or releasing him soon. A big tell of that he was a healthy scratch night against the Chiefs, which would have been his first game back to Arrowhead after his release in the offseason. And it's not official yet, but the Jets are apparently looking for a trade package that involves wide receiver McCole Hardman as well. I think he hasn't really done too much for them in their offense yet, as opposed to other pieces like Garrett Wilson, Alan Lazard, and of course Breece Hall. So he's kind of become redundant in that offense. Other news this week, the Bears have snapped their record 347-day losing streak since last year with a 40-20 win over the Commanders. We'll get to that shortly.
Now you cheer for the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
49ers tight end George Kittle is apparently being fined $10,000 by the league for wearing a shirt under his jersey that he flashed during their game against the Cowboys that said "fuck Dallas."
Good.
So, he did a favor to America.
If I had $10,000, I'd pay the fine for him.
Suck my left nut, Goodell.
Okay. We have the Texas quarterback C.J. Stroud. He broke the record for most passing yards in his rookie year without an interception. That was with 249 yards. That broke the record that Dak Prescott held with only 176. We have the NFL and NFLPA looking into further discussion. You're going to hate this, Maston.
I heard about it.
Yeah, about banning the rugby-style quarterback push. They've been calling it, and the nickname I've been loving, the brotherly shove.
The brotherly shove.
I've heard that push.
How the fuck other teams fucking up? Just like the Giants injured their own 2 players because they fucking suck with it.
Well, yeah, that's the story.
It's not.
That's the story.
It's not the kickoff. It's not the kick return wedge. Like it's literally just guys at the line. It's just
like
whether
how
or
would
not
you
can
how would
get
you put
the
a
mass
rule on
moving.
it? How would you put a rule?
Basically,
it's
just
hard to
ban
put a rule.
ban the formation.
They would
Essentially,
have not
Ban
the
the
formation, but like not have they want to have the running back and the receiver push Jalen Hurts. That's the one biggest thing.
I could see them
That's
getting
their
rid of
change.
that, and I'd be kind of
If you-
okay
if
with
you-
that.
if they put
that
it-
you can't push your friendly player on a quarterback sneak. I understand
If
that,
they-
but if
so-
they're gonna
so-
get
so
if
they're
they
putting-
go
hold on,
further
hold on,
and they're
hold on.
gonna get rid of like going low and putting in a
They're-
4-point stance, like fuck it, and you can't get rid of that, man. You can't get rid of 4 points.
Yeah,
They can get rid of it in the sense that they go back to what is high school rules. The rule in high school, at least in Wisconsin, is you can push the pile, but you cannot push the runner. That is the rule.
Okay.
If you are diligently like grabbing the runner and throwing him forward, that is a penalty.
Like that one
If,
scene in
like,
Brooklyn
but
Nine-Nine
if
where
say,
Terry
but say you
Crews
got one guy going forward and he stood up with 4 guys, you push one of the guys who's maybe behind the runner and you push that guy forward and you push the pile forward, that's legal. But you can't grab your runner and advance him. That's
that's
the only way
understandable.
you can do. That's the only way you can do it. Is just go back to a high school rule.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry if the
Masson
Eagles
are-
have a great O line and Jalen Hurts could squat 600 pounds.
They
so
literally
fuck
they
you.
literally brought in a rugby player for that, and they literally asked him, "How do you stop this?" They go, "You can't stop organized mass."
Yeah.
They
But
know
anyway, yeah,
what the
that's-
fuck they're doing.
No,
They're
Vince
gonna do it.
Wilfork,
They're organized.
Vince Wilfork and the New England Patriots defensive line from back in the 2010s could stop that. 100%.
Oh, I'd probably
Warren
think they
Sapp and the 2000s era Bucks could stop
Yeah,
that.
but-
The Mean Green
Yeah,
Percolating
but
Machine could
they're
stop that.
organized. They're a more organized mass against that organized mass.
Or the Mean Purple Eating Machine. What was that line? The Viking.
The purple
the
people
purple-
eaters.
The Purple
Yeah.
People Eaters. Yeah, that could stop. The Steel Curtain could stop that.
Steel
Yes,
Curtain could
yes,
probably, yeah.
absolutely.
I'm sorry if the Eagles are better. If the Giants fuck up and get 2 of their players hurt, that's their own fucking fault. So
Bronco
fuck you,
Nagurski could
NFL.
probably like stop that single-handedly. The guy was a fucking beast. But yeah, that's the
I think
story.
the biggest, the biggest
there
reason
was
they can't
talk about
stop it is because they don't know how to do it.
Well, that was actually the story. But anyway, yeah, that's the story. So in the offseason, they were already talking about maybe like banning the move, and there's renewed calls for it after 2 Giants players got injured on the play in their game against the Eagles this
The
last
fucking
past week.
Giants O-line sucks ass.
Well, that's
Yeah, what
that's
are they
another-
doing?
well, that's
Crawling
another
at their
whole thing, but-
ankles? Yeah, you're
I
gonna get
don't-
hurt if you dig at their ankles. They're gonna
Yeah.
step on you on accident. They're not gonna
Yeah.
mean to do it, but it's gonna
Right.
happen.
All right, moving on. I just got 2 more
Alright,
things.
that pissed me off,
Former
sorry.
Patriots linebacker Jamie Collins, he announced his retirement this week. He was a free agent after not re-signing with the team this year. He was a second-round pick from us in 2013, spending 6 years out of his 10-year career with them, where he won 2 Super Bowls, with all their stops also in Cleveland and Detroit. And finally, of course, the news is full of it this week of the Hamas attack on Israel, which is just terrible all around. I am happy to report, though, apparently Lions linebacker Alex Anzalone, both his parents were over there as part of a Florida church group that was doing some work over there. They are confirmed okay and on their way back to the U.S. tonight by Anzalone himself. So good news for them. And I'm just going to get off that before it gets too political. That's all I got.
Not to get political or
And
everything, but
also-
what the fuck is a hot
and-
dog?
And also in the news, AJ Dillon in his bye week caught playing farming sim. On
He's on the
Twitch.
IR. Let him have fun.
You let him relax.
AJ Dillon's not
Jesus
on the
Christ,
IR.
man.
Side note, real
I-
quick.
actually
Gorlami,
watched the
is
stream.
AJ Brown open for tradable?
AJ Brown? Why would you trade AJ Brown?
I could
Because
give him a good
Gorlami's
ass
drunk.
running
Trade.
back. I could give him a
Because
good ass
Gorlami's
running
drunk.
back.
All right, throw your deal. Throw your deal right now on the podcast.
Jonathan Taylor for AJ Brown. Jonathan Taylor for AJ Brown, 1-1.
Let's
Ooh,
continue.
oh.
on.
No.
About John
I'll give you Saquon for AJ.
What?
Saquon's hurt.
What? Saquon's
He's
hurting
not
on the
hurt.
Giants. On the
He's
Are you
Giants.
fucking stupid? Are you fucking stupid? Wait,
Bijan-
why you guys only ever won a Super Bowl in '85? Jesus
Mom, but you're not
Christ.
trading with Dimitri. You're not going to make this happen 2 years in a row.
That's okay. How about? Would you be willing to do Bijan and someone else? Bijan.
Would I, or are
Robinson,
you talking
Atlanta.
Gorlami?
Okay, so I'll trade for St. Brown then instead. Based
All
off
right, let's
that middle
continue,
finger.
please. As I said,
Let's go.
One more
we gotta
thing.
move on.
Since we brought up the discussion of the tush push, brotherly shove, the 1 yard sneak and distance, whatever. Another thing that I thought might occur during, and we'll get to this, the Packers-Raiders game, there was a horse collar tackle made on Christian Watson as no one else was in front of him as he was going towards the end zone. The horse collar tackle led to, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys still scored off that drive, right? Was it 3 or was it 6? After that Christian Watson horse collar tackle.
3.
So you guys were limited in scoring. If Christian Watson would have been trying to tackle legally, he wouldn't have been tackled. He was too far ahead. The only way you could get it was pulling an arm into his neck to
maybe get a good trip out. Maybe,
but there was a clear path in front of him. Now, another professional sport, the NBA, if you were to foul somebody while there is no other defensive player in front of them as they're running down the court in order to be able to foul, set up an inbound play, and set up your half-court defense, it's a technical foul. It's a what they call a oh shoot, I just forget the name of it.
Flagrant.
It's a technical foul because it's a free path or something like that. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, you're intentionally.
Yeah.
You're kind of like you're doing it. You're doing it.
Yeah. So in the NBA, it's a technical foul if there's no one in front of you because and you're just fouling so you can get in the half court set. So you get 2 free throws and possession afterwards. In this case, the Packers, there was a horse collar tackle. Then they only got 3 instead of 7 when Christian Watson, if tackled legally, probably wouldn't have gotten tackled and therefore would have gone into the end zone for 7 instead of 3. Do you think the NFL is going to talk about a clear path foul? Talk about something? How would they do it?
I think they're going to. I think they're going to stay on the lines of fines, as that is just an injury position that you're putting that receiver in. I don't think they're going to go into a clear path foul because there's no. I don't see there's a way that they can implement it.
Plus, also you have to do that for Also, you do that for passing interference.
The thing that I hate with it though, is that they're saying that it was such a smart move because, especially in high school, like when I rep high school, when we see anything, the way that we do it in high school is it's not necessarily inside the horse collar. Even if you grab like just say below where the nameplate would be, and you drag them back that way, we will still call it because it is a 100% safety thing. We don't want that kid getting hurt.
Yeah, I get that.
Because they come back that way, their knees come underneath them. It's a horrible situation.
Yeah. They created that rule in the NFL because Dick the Night Train Lane was ending people's careers because he was bending their knees out backward and through the front of their legs because he was yanking them down that way.
Like, I'm not saying this is like a complaint because the Packers lost and like that cost us a touchdown, but like that is just a safety thing. Like, don't try to end a guy's career for a smart move. If you're saying it's a smart move in an interview, like, I'm just gonna take you and shoot your fucking kneecaps out because you're a piece of shit.
Dan Campbell.
Like, that's just
man's got a dip in. He's talking about kneecaps. He's gone full Dan Campbell.
Going full Dan Campbell. It's a safety thing. It's just like that's my thing. It's a safety thing. Okay, like if you're gonna do anything, I know it's not a thing in the NFL, but like do the 5-yard face mask. Grab his fucking face mask or something, but don't pull it.
Grab his dick and twist it.
Oh my god, dude, we're on a
don't grab by the MMA fight, man, and potentially end the man's career.
It was a little far, and it definitely could have injured him a lot more. But I think the biggest thing is that you don't want to ever make the best thing. You don't want to ever make it a available situation where the best thing that you can do is to break the rules in order to prevent a score.
Break the rules that is there to prevent injury.
Yeah.
And can I sideline for a second here? Since we're on the rule of safety. Yes, but since we're on the rule of safety, in high school the rules are really lax on terms of ineligible equipment. So like say you don't have your helmet strapped up fully. In high school it is a penalty and the player's out for 1 play. In the NFL, I actually looked at the rule. It is supposed to be 10 yards, and the player who is guilty of the play of like doing the illegal infraction is out for 3 plays.
Well, yeah,
but freaking game, the game, Garoppolo didn't have his helmet strapped up. That is the infraction.
Right, because he just got liposuction done to his face, and he can't put something on it. Like, what do you
like? At the same
just
time,
got Botox in, man. What do you want?
No, but at the same time,
it's Garoppolo. He's a model, not a quarterback.
You have to have your helmet fully strapped up. You have to. There's no mouth.
I'm sorry,
helmet fully strapped
lost
up.
the fucking Raiders.
I'm not doing that as an excuse, but if that's the actual rule, like these
every single NFL team would have 8,000 yards of penalties because half the guys don't wear knee pads, half the guys don't wear thigh pads. Nobody besides linemen and linebackers and some running backs wear mouth guards.
When it comes to protecting the head, if you don't have your helmet fully strapped up, that thing's moving.
Mouth guards. Mouth guards.
No,
how many guys you see wear mouth guards? So few guys now wear mouth guards. Like at least it isn't. At least it isn't like the NHL where half the guys that are wearing mouth guards are they're like sticking out of the side of their face and they're jawing on the whole night. Like Ovechkin is out there slapping top 90s and just.
If the NFL truly cares about safety,
quarterbacks don't wear it anymore because quarterbacks don't wear them anymore because any of their calls would be like
They have mouth guards that are like small enough to where they can still talk. Like wrestlers use them all the time. Like don't give me that shit.
I mean, Lamar still wears the full Marshall Faulk lip guard one and still calls plays.
If the NFL cares, if the NFL cares about safety in that regard, they will enforce that and make the refs actually pay attention to it.
No.
Because it's their head. It's the head. It's the head is the problem.
No, I understand that's the problem.
Yeah, they're not going to. Wake
up,
smell the roses.
Like in the end, we lost that game in our own accord. I'm not saying like that's like they make that call like it's gonna win us the game. It's not gonna win us the game, but if it's on a safety standpoint, they need to crack down on it.
Note real quick, Gorlami, I sent you a trade offer.
Did you? I'll take it.
Okay, but going on to the horse collar thing for the clear path, then they have to change something for the defensive passing interference in the end zone. Then,
can I
Lob died.
Oh, no. Well,
I'm here. I'm just getting up to grab a drink. Sorry. I'm a thirsty boy right now.
Can I say the trade offer on the podcast?
What's the trade offer? Let's hear it.
So he wants Amon-Ra for 2 of his bench players.
Kyron
Williams
have a lot of RBs.
And Nico Collins.
Collins is actually okay. I think he's part of the Texans.
Or Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a big time
and I just
producer.
lost Jefferson.
No.
And I just lost Justin Jefferson.
Yeah,
it's an even trade.
Look, I don't know what you guys do in the 57th, but in the 49th, we're gentlemen. Okay, we do legitimate trades.
That's an even trade. What are you talking about?
No, the production that you get out of Amon-Ra St. Brown,
regardless,
right? But you want an equivalent. You want an equivalent level RB.
Anyone else?
You want an equivalent level RB, or at least close to that. And Amon-Ra, that is not nowhere close. Besides, if you trade,
if I traded Derrick Henry to him, that would be somewhat equivalent.
Yes, Derrick Henry is a good running back that can produce. But also
that's not equivalent.
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
No, that was an example.
St. Brown that is not even.
No, Amon-Ra St. Brown is out. Amon-Ra St. Brown has more fantasy points than Derrick Henry thus far. That is just factual. That is just raw facts, no printer. Nothing. There's nothing to say there. Like you need to be somewhat equivalent.
I mean, look at how many points they've scored already on there, by the way.
Right. Let's go ahead and take a look into last week's games.
For that trade. Do that trade with Godwin. I'll give you Godwin.
Never mind.
Press the button loud.
All right. Here we go.
Make it 8.
Let's go ahead and...
Yeah!
Let's go ahead and look at
I think that's 9, actually.
Let's go ahead and look at the state of the NFC North.
I could save time in a bottle. First thing that I'd like to do.
Can we move on from this?
No.
Oh, you should be honored. You're Bradley Cooper.
Now it should be 2 and 3.
Are you guys seriously this calm?
I mean, Zach Galifianakis does kind of look like Mamba, so I mean, it does make sense. Mamba Galifianakis.
Look, all you need to do is just go bald, and you're Zach Galifianakis.
And shrink like 5 or 6 feet. Anyway, we are long overdue for starting to get into the games of last week. The Chicago Bears have done it. They've done it. They won their first game of the season on Thursday Night Football last week. They won 40. They won 40-20 against the Washington Commanders. A great performance from Justin Fields and especially DJ Moore. Let's hop into those stats right away. Justin Fields 15 for 29 for 282, 9.7.
Harper just got fucking hurt. Harper got fucking hurt playing first base. God damn it!
Oh boy,
there goes the season.
Okay, Kenny from South Park, can you give that to us in English?
Bryce Harper got hurt playing first.
Playing first.
Doesn't he deserve it? Isn't he like known as the asshole of baseball? Or
no?
Yeah. The MLB. Let's move on.
Okay.
I'm trying to move on, Gorlam, and you keep sidetracking us.
Never. I would never.
Jeez, we're like already an hour through this podcast. We've talked about like none of the stats of last week. So Justin Fields, 15 for 29 for 282, a 9.7 average, 4 touchdowns, no picks, 3 sacks, a quarterback rating of 125.3. On the ground, Khalil Herbert 10 for 76, then Justin Fields 11 for 57. Kari Blasingame 8 for 26, and Rashawn Johnson 3 for 19. Get ready for this. Big numbers. Probably one of, if not the best performance of a wide receiver in the weekend or week of football there is. DJ Moore 8 for 230 yards, 3 touchdowns. Longest was 58, had 10 targets. Next was Cole Kmet, 5 for 42 and a touchdown. Then the next nearest then was Robert Tonyan, 2 for 10. And then there was only a target for Equinemi St. Brown, 3 targets for Khalil Herbert, and 4 targets for Darnell Mooney. None of those were catches. 3 guys caught the ball for the Bears. One of them decided to go for 230 yards because Washington's defense is horrible. Their quarterback for the Commanders, Sam Howell, 37 for 51 for 388, more yards than Herbert, or Fields, believe it or not. 7.6 yard average, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 5 sacks, and 99.1 quarterback rating. On the ground, not great from them on the ground. Sam Howell's the leading rusher, 4 for 19, while Brian Robinson Jr. went 6 for 10. In the air, Logan Thomas, 9 for 77 and a touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 6 for 65 and a touchdown. Antonio Gibson, 4 for 64. Scary Terry McLaurin, 4 for 49. Brian Robinson Jr., 3 for 33. Jahan Dotson, 3 for 30. Jameson Crowder, 2 for 21. John Bates, 2 for 19. De'Ami Brown, 1 for 11. Byron Pringle, 1 for 10. And Cole Turner, 1 for 9. This kind of describes how bad Washington is and how good the Bears could be, I think. The Bears have...
we'll see if
the Bears have good pieces. Like they have bright spots. Cole Kmet is a bright spot at tight end. So is DJ Moore at wide receiver. Khalil Herbert's not bad at running back, and Fields is still a very good quarterback when he has more than 2 milliseconds to throw a football.
And Tonyan can be a good tight end.
I mean, the line was holding together against Washington's line, so I was very impressed.
In the corner there.
Compared to earlier in the season,
Chase Young was in the backfield every second, dude. Holy fuck, was he in the backfield?
No, but I'm saying overall, compared to the last couple of games, the line held up a lot better.
Yeah. Well, it also might just be from the spirit of Butkus like drive you guys on, but it also could be from a good chunk of what Pat McAfee says in the corner here. Ron Rivera looks like he's checked out, and he does. He really does.
I mean, if you were the coach of the Commanders, I'd fucking check out, man. Like, god damn, that organization, that team is just fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Magic Johnson is calling out the Commanders and saying, y'all are ass, was basically the vernacular.
He's part of the ownership group.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
He's like the main guy most people know in the ownership. Most casual people know, Magic Johnson and others bought the Commanders. So, not a good look for the Commanders, and a step in the right direction by the Bears. Not the...
I mean, if
the
consistent
best
like
the
this,
Bears
then
could
it's
look,
good.
But
I mean,
Travis.
you're still the number 1 pick, but you gotta win.
Travis Kelce getting up gingerly. He's walking off.
He's playing with that sprained ankle. So
yeah.
I mean, we'll see in these next week. The Bears play the Vikings. We'll see how they play against them, especially since it's a rivalry game. But I think, it has to go it's only going to go up from here versus the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, here's open. There's a lot of things. Obviously, a new team, you have to gel, and you obviously start at the level you were at last season. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the London game. Jacksonville Jaguars actually beat the Bills. Jacksonville was technically at home here because they were in London last week for their game against the Falcons, and now they're at London again to play the Bills. They won 25-20. Trevor Lawrence, 25 for 37. 315 yards, an 8.5 average, 1 touchdown, no picks, 5 sacks, and a 102.9 rating. Excuse me, on the ground, Travis Etienne Jr., 26 for 136 and 2 touchdowns. Woo. Trevor Lawrence, 7 for 31. Calvin Ridley, 2 for 14. No one else had more than 10 yards. Moving on to receiving, Calvin Ridley, 7 for 122. Christian Kirk, 6 for 78. Travis Etienne Jr., 4 for 48. Evan Ingram, 4 for 28. Zay Jones, 3 for 23. And Luke Farrell, 1 for 16. For the Bills, Josh Allen, 27 for 40 for 359, a 9-yard average, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, a 102.0 rating. He also was their leading rusher. Surprise, surprise. 4 carries for 14 yards and a touchdown, followed by Damon Harris, 3 for 13, and Latavius Murray, 2 for 6, and James Cook, 5 for -4. For receiving, Stephon Diggs, 8 for 121 and a touchdown. Gabe Davis, 6 for 100 and a touchdown. Deontay Hardy, 2 for 62. James Cook, 3 for 25. Dalton Kincaid, 2 for 19. Dawson Knox, 3 for 17. Khalil Shakir, 1 for 11. Trent Sherfield, 1 for 3. And Latavius Murray, 1 for 1. Bills football, the last few seasons, has been just, pass, and sometimes Josh scrambles. You need to be able to run the ball to set up the pass in multiple situations. Again, sometimes you don't need to. In certain situations, when you have a good enough quarterback and wide receivers, Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis are obviously plenty good enough wide receivers, especially at the 1-2 position. Not many wide receivers better than Stephon Diggs in the league at the number 1 wide receiver spot. Not many number 2 wide receivers better than Gabe Davis at the number 2 wide receiver spot. Josh Allen has been on a bit of a roller coaster this year. Some games he's looked good, and some games he's looked bad. This game was pretty good. Only 1 pick, 2 touchdowns, 359 yards on north of 50% completion percentage is good. But again, you look on the other side of the ball, Buffalo Bills defense, you're letting Etienne Jr. run 26 times on you for 136 yards.
Well, look at the injuries.
I mean,
Milano
out.
And Jones.
Yeah, Milano out. And then also last week they lost Tre'Davious White.
Tre'Davious White's gone.
Yeah. Von Miller's still not playing after how many years has it been? 4, 7, 12?
Well, I thought he played this game.
Yeah, this was supposed to be his comeback game, I think, this week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there he is.
1 tackle. I mean, maybe they're like slowly increasing his minutes so they don't jolt him, but I get that. But how much money are you paying for one? How much money a game are you paying him to get 1 tackle?
Also, what the fuck, Buffalo? Landing in London on Friday evening. There's something called jet lag, right?
I don't think they ever heard of that.
They're from
But also,
Buffalo.
there's one major component that you knew they were going last. They're playing Jacksonville in London. The Jags have been a different beast every time they go over to London.
But also at the same time, Jacksonville's I don't know the itinerary, but I think Jacksonville just stayed in London. I don't think they left.
They did. They played Atlanta last week.
Yeah, they played Atlanta last week, so they're fine probably. They're adjusted to the horrible food, terrible dental work, and awful people in that city. So, they're just sitting there. If we have any English viewers, I'm not sorry.
They're just drinking beer.
Yeah.
They're sitting there eating chips. They're actually
they're eating their
French fries.
Yeah, Yeah.
People always make English food isn't that horrible. We have some of the best food. Like all of the best restaurants are in London. Yeah, what food do they serve? French food.
Fish and chips ain't bad.
Fish and chips are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
anyway,
fish fry.
You think fish and chips aren't bad, but when you have fish and chips, like English fish and chips, and you go to like New Orleans and have Cajun fish and chips. Fish and chips.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've only had New England. I've only had New English fish and chips.
Or you go and have a Wisconsin fish fry, which is fish and chips.
New England has seasoning.
Get some gumbo.
Do not talk to me about Wisconsin food unless it's beer or cheese. Only
as a New Englander, I'm the only one that can talk about seafood here. I just want to say that. Just want to put that out there.
This is a seafood podcast.
I would defend Wisconsin, but I've sidetracked us enough, so I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
No,
Anyway,
Macedon should talk about seafood. You live in the Carolinas. That's great for seafood.
Well, if you go with Virginia or like Maryland because of blue crab.
Or I mean, are you in like oh my God, Carolina, or are you in I'm in fucking Carolina making moonshine back in the goddamn mountain? Like which part of Carolina?
I'm not in mountains. I'm in the coast.
Okay, so you're
Carolina.
oh my God, it's Carolina. Yeah, that part of Carolina.
Shit, I visited you
because it's like near Ocracoke and all that.
We have no idea where that is.
All right, Ocracoke is the mumbling. I'm gonna go with the mumbling.
Okay, Gorlami, you're making fun of his name. Name some of the cities in fucking Wisconsin. Sheboygan.
Oconomowoc.
Yeah, don't say shit. You guys are still speaking like fucking Minecraft rune tables fucking speak out
Actually,
there.
it's a lot of Native American names, you racist bastard.
Mississippi ain't that hard to pronounce. So Cincinnati. Those are normal names. Oh my God. I can't. Yeah.
How about Desmond Ritter?
Houston Texans 19, Atlanta Falcons 21 for Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. CJ Stroud still having a great performance at quarterback his rookie season, as we talked about earlier on the KDUF News Report. He went 20 for 35 for 249, 1 touchdown, no picks, a 7.1 yard average. No sacks, an 88.9 rating. That new line the Texans kind of pulled in over the offseason that was kind of under the radar seems to be looking pretty good, albeit it is an Atlanta Falcons rushing attack, which isn't world-renowned, but still pretty good. Damian Pierce on the ground, 20 for 66 for a 3.3 yard average. CJ Stroud also ran 1 time for 2 yards. For receiving, Dalton Schultz, a former Cowboy, now in Houston, 7 for 65 and a touchdown. Tank Dell, 3 for 57, great name. Nico Collins, Michigan man, 3 for 39, and Robert Woods, 3 for 30, as well as Tegan Quinn.
What is a Q?
You got this. You got this.
Wow, that is Tegan Quintoriano. Wow, that is an insanely unique name. I've never seen it before. 1 for 22. Yeah, I'm just gonna call him Tegan Quentin Tarantino. John Mechke III, 2 for 20, and Damian Pierce, 1 for 16. On the Atlanta Falcons side, Desmond Riddler, 28 for 37 for 329, 8.9 yard average, 1 touchdown, no picks, 0 sacks, a 101.2 quarterback rating. Drake London also threw a pass, 1 for 22 yards. On the ground, Bijan Robinson, 14 for 46. Not a great day for him on the ground, but all right. Followed up by Tyler Algier, 17 for 40.
Algier.
Desmond Riddler also
himself.
4 for 10.
Be
Be ready. Kyle Pitts showed up. Is he going to show up next week? Probably not. Kyle Pitts, 7 for 87. Drake London, 6 for 78. Jono Smith, 6 for 67. Matt Collins, 2 for 29. Keith Smith, 1 for 26. Michael Pruitt, 1 for 22. Bijan Robinson, 2 for 12 and a touchdown. And Kadero Hodge, 1 for 11 as well. Scott Miller, 2 for 10. This was a really great performance from Ritter. I think he was a lot more poised in the pocket. Again, took no sack, so that was a really, really advantageous position for him to be in. He's a solid quarterback. He's not great, but he's very knowledgeable. He spent like 25 years at Cincinnati, so he knows defenses decently well enough to be effective in the NFL when he has time. The Atlanta Falcons line is good. Go ahead.
He's also pretty good at home. Like if you look at his record, like he's plays much better at home than he does on the road.
He's definitely a homebody. Yeah. He is not a terrible quarterback. He could develop, and I still don't think the Falcons are ready to move on from him. He definitely could develop. He would already be a phenomenal second string backup quarterback. I think he could develop into a good, maybe even ceiling Jared Goff level of quarterback. Like Jared Goff, Joe Flacco, sneakingly good that people undermine and don't take, kind of discount a little bit. That level.
The one they debate constantly whether or not he's elite. I get you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. He's not there yet at all. Not there yet at all, but he could get there, especially with enough protection because he struggles with pressure.
Right. Also, Arthur Smith actually allowed him to make plays. Arthur Smith actually, throw to Kyle Pitts, throw to someone, go throw to your weapons.
Wait. Kyle Pitts exists?
He did in this game.
I know, it's impressive for me too.
On the flip side of the ball, not getting the run game going was a big issue for the Texans, who tend to line that a little bit more. Damian Pierce is a good size of their offense, so that was a bit of an issue there. The Houston Texans defense also couldn't stop the Falcons enough. Again, it was a close game. 19-21 is only a 3-point game, but we have to say right now, I think it's safe to say C.J. Stroud looks like the best rookie quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
And that includes, I think, Jordan Love, who I'm counting as basically a rookie.
I mean, DeMeco Ryans looks like he's going to be a good head coach and actually developing. So,
well, this is also like the first head coach Texans have had in a while that looks like he's going to last longer than a year and a half. So,
yeah,
going to have a lot more chances to prove himself.
Yeah. So,
Texas lost, but it's up and up for them right now. I think they beat Jacksonville
not bad.
earlier in the season.
2-3 is not bad.
If I remember right, they beat Jacksonville early in the season.
They did,
too.
yes.
So it's like,
yeah, they did.
You never know.
All right, moving on. Panthers and Lions. Here, also, I gotta remember. I put these in so long ago. That one's the disaster, right? This one, okay. I just wanted to make sure which of those videos those were. I had because I have videos for certain games that I thought I found funny, so I just want to make sure I don't like pass over those accidentally.
Edit it out. Edit
it out. No, we're keeping it. It's fine. Anyway, Detroit 42. Is that another? Oh my God! Hold on. Is that another turnover by the goddamn Broncos? He fumbled it off his knee.
Surprised?
He fumbled it off his own knee. His own knee.
I don't have the game.
Your own body part caused a
game's though. Wait.
Well, the game's over. It's 19.
It's over, but like, oh my goodness.
That's a low-scoring game, though.
It's Thursday Night Football. What do you expect?
Yeah. Short week. Get out of there with a win and go home. Anyway, speaking about going home, the Carolina Panthers got sent home packing. They are still winless at 0-5. Detroit Lions smacked them 42-24, the final score. For Carolina, Bryce Young, 25 for 41 for 247, a 6-yard average, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, 1 sack, an 82.1 rating. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard, 9 for 35, Miles Sanders, 7 for 32, Laviska Shenault Jr., 5 for 27, and Bryce Young, 1 for 4. In receiving, Adam Thielen leading the way, 11 for 107 and a touchdown. A good performance from him.
That was shocking.
No, he's still a good receiver. He is older, yes, but he's still a good receiver. He's still an amazing...
So shocking.
Amazing route runner, great hands, very reliable, knows the playbook, and still pretty fast as well. People underestimate how quick Adam Thielen is. He's a very good foot speed. Jonathan Mingo, 5 for 48. DJ Clark Jr., 3 for 42 and a touchdown. Ian Thomas, 1 for 28. Hayden Hurst, 3 for 21. And Tommy Tremble, 1 for 1. For Detroit, Jared Goff, 20 for 28 for 236, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 132.4 rating, and only taking 2 sacks. David Montgomery, 19 for 109 and a touchdown on the ground. Followed by Craig Reynolds, 7 for 52 and a touchdown. And then in the air, Josh Reynolds, 4 for 76 and a touchdown. Sam Laporta, 3 for 47 and 2 touchdowns. Cliff Raymond, 3 for 45. Marvin Jones Jr., 2 for 22. David Montgomery, 2 for 20. This is all without Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah.
Who is their best receiver on paper, if you will.
Don't
Sam
remind
Laporta,
me, guess who's on his fantasy team?
You. Or he's on your fantasy team.
Yeah, he's on my team, and it pisses me off because my team is in shambles.
Yeah. Carolina's probably looking like the worst team in the NFL thus far, here and there. They are young, but Detroit has, I mean, as we saw earlier, Detroit has the NFC North locked down right now.
Oh, yeah.
They're 4-1, nearest one's 2-3. So, not bad. Yeah. Also, like, we got to talk about a new star kind of for Detroit on defense. Alex Alzone has looked better and better, or Anzalone, sorry, every single week. 11 total tackles, 8 of them solo, 2 quarterback hits. Like everyone always talks about on this defense, Aiden Hutchinson, his great pass rushing potential, and before his injury, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. But he's looked great. He has looked amazing. Alex, 11 total tackles in a game is an amazing mark for a middle linebacker to achieve. So definitely a young star to look for there to really develop with the Lions. Yeah, but I mean,
Detroit looks good.
Yeah, Detroit does look good. Yeah. It's looking up for Detroit
Lions
fans. Now,
good.
will it come
Panthers
crashing
look
down?
I sent Muzzy a trade.
You sent Muzzy. What was the trade?
What's the trade?
Let me see. I'll check it. You go with the games.
I'd rather have Maston say what it is because I think it's funny.
All right. Indianapolis Colts 23, Tennessee Titans 16 from Lucas Oil. Gardner Minshew continues his great backup career, being able to sub in for injured Anthony Richardson and get the win. Tennessee, for Ryan Tannehill, 23 for 34 for 264. No touchdowns, 1 pick, 1 sack, a 78.6 rating. On the ground, Derrick Henry, 13 for 43. Really low producing day for him. In the air, for receiving yards, DeAndre Hopkins, 8 for 140. Tajay Spears, 4 for 35. Chizozum Okonkwo, 5 for 33. Trayvon Wesco, 1 for 21. Derrick Henry, 3 for 19. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, 1 for 9. And Josh Weil, 1 for 7. For the Indianapolis Colts, obviously you had split time. Anthony Richardson started, went 9 for 12 for 98 for an 8.2 passing average, no touchdowns, no picks. Took only 1 sack, 98.6 rating before his injury. He was then followed up by Gardner Minshew, who came in 11 for 14 for 155, 11.1 average in the air, no touchdowns, no picks, no sacks, a 112.8 rating. For Indianapolis on the ground, Zach Moss, who has looked like a great fill-in for Jonathan Taylor, probably is now going to split more minutes with him. Zach Moss, 23 for 165 and 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor, 6 for 18. Anthony Richardson, 2 for 5. Isaiah McKenzie, 1 for 4. And Gardner Minshew, 2 for 1. For the Colts, Josh Downs in the receiving column, 6 for 97. Michael Pittman Jr., 5 for 52. Zach Moss, 2 for 30. Mo Alley Cox, 1 for 17. Jonathan Taylor, 1 for 16. Drew Ogletree, 2 for 16. Kyle Granson, 2 for 15. And Alec Pierce, 1 for 10. So yeah, the Colts in this situation were really able to focus in on Derrick Henry, focus in on shutting him down, and then once you shut Derrick Henry down, the Titans' offense kind of just sputters to a stall. DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh yeah, when your team is literally all Derrick Henry, what do you expect to do? Especially when most of the league has his number already.
He's getting older. I get that, but also DeAndre Hopkins is just good, still very good. I mean, putting 140 receiving yards is great. But he's getting passed the ball by Ryan Tannehill, who's a decent quarterback, but at the same time, doesn't have that it factor, really.
Yeah, he's as much as a help as he is a handicap, essentially.
He's just an older Zach Wilson.
Yeah. Let's put it this way: older last season.
Insult to Zach Wilson.
I don't know. But for the Colts, got to be happy you picked up Gardner Minshew because he looks at a very good, very respectable, can produce at a great level as a backup quarterback. And now Jonathan Taylor's coming back, not to mention Zach Moss already looks like an amazing running back talent. That is going to be an amazing 2-back for you guys. Be able to sub in when Jonathan Taylor's not there, get him some reps, get him some rest, be a good 3rd down back. And then your receiver core still is looking pretty good. Michael Pittman Jr. still performing decently well, and now some other guys help him, and Josh Downs and Mo Alley Cox, and even Zach Moss is great out of the backfield catching as well. So it's looking up for the Colts. They definitely have rebounded a lot quicker than some people would have thought. Are they great? No. Are they good? Sure. I definitely think they're a good team, and now the AFC South standings and AFC South picture is starting to look more and more cloudy when we thought it was just going to be Jacksonville running away like Usain Bolt in the Olympics. So
yeah. They're probably not going to win the division, but Minshew Mania is definitely going to help them at least stay on top of teams like Houston and Tennessee.
Yeah, they definitely will be close to a wild card. I don't think they're making it because a lot of the AFC North teams are going to be really good, but there's still some possibilities there.
If they're not fucking up.
Yeah, if the AFC North teams are killing each other.
Looking at you, a good chunk, basically the entire AFC North, what am I talking about?
Yeah,
the
entire
AFC North. The whole AFC North. Yeah.
The Dolphins are not the Dolphins. When I talk, the Steelers are shit. The Ravens are injured as hell. Both Ohio teams. I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah. Speaking of not knowing what the fuck you're doing, New York Giants are a giant disappointment. Miami Dolphins 31, New York Giants 16 from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. For the Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa. Like, look at this stat sheet. This is like, how many people are on here total? 1 passer, 3 rushers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 receivers. That's
Pretty
it.
soon Claypool will be on there.
You think he's getting minutes? You think that man's getting minutes? No.
He's not getting
No, he's just
in
gonna
the
fill
practice
roster
squad
spots.
All right,
against
Hail Mary
Ashton
package.
Smith
Where's
for the fucking
Claypool?
starters.
Get up there and block. Yeah. Tua Tagovailoa went 22 for 30 for 308, 10.3 average, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, one sack, and 100.4 quarterback rating. On the ground, Devon.
Sorry. Just was gonna say, like, all they're gonna do. I know the reason why they got Chase Claypool. They need a tight end, so they're just gonna shove him a bunch of Popeyes biscuits until he's heavy enough to be a tight end.
Exactly. Devon Khan, 11 for 151 and a touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 10 for 65 and a touchdown. Tua also ran for 6 yards on 2 carries. Then for receiving, Tyreek Hill, 8 receptions, 181 yards and a touchdown. His average receiving total was 22.6. His longest was almost 70 yards at 69. Nice. Cedric Wilson Jr., 4 for 52. Jalen Waddle, 5 for 35 and a touchdown. Something that people aren't talking about because Dolphins look so good this year, Jalen Waddle has taken a big step back. Last season, he was like 1 or 2 every single week in like total receiving yards. He's not even in the top 10 right now.
Well, D had just came back from injury too. He just got back from injury.
A little bit, yeah. So I mean,
minor
could this be some of it lingering? Maybe.
Well, it also could be the fact that he's trying to share time on the field with Tyreek Hill also out there. So
and now Chase Claypool.
NLCS! Philly's going to NLCS! They beat the fucking Braves! Sorry.
Was there ever any doubt? Anyway.
Yes, there was actually doubt.
Devon Khan also 1 for 14. Raheem Mostert 2 for 13, and Braxton Berrios 2 for 13. On to the Giants. Daniel Jones did not play the whole game until he went out with a neck injury. He was 14 for 20 for 119, a 6-yard average, no touchdowns, no picks, 6 sacks, an 85.2 rating. In came Tyrod Taylor. This is a medical liability to have Tyrod Taylor, who has had so many injuries, in front of an Evan Neal offensive line, which is probably as blind as Daredevil.
It also made no sense to put him in because they don't have a rookie. Because they don't have a rookie to eclipse Tyrod Taylor when Tyrod gets injured.
Yeah.
As blind as Kenshi without Sento.
What does that even mean?
No idea.
Did you just say?
It's Mortal Kombat. Anyway.
He's drunk.
All right.
Anyway, New York rushing Eric Gray with
that was
12
actually a sober conversation.
Yeah, Eric Gray. Eric Gray, 12 for 25. Danny Jones, or Vanilla Vic, as they called him last year, 4 for 24. Matt Breida, 9 for 21. Tyrod Taylor, 3 for 14. And Wan'Dale Robinson, 1 for 1. Receiving was led by Darren Waller, 8 for 86. Darius Slayton, 2 for 35. Paris Campbell, 2 for 23. Isaiah Hodgins, 2 for 19. Wan'Dale Robinson, 5 for 18. Sterling Shepard, 1 for 13. Dale Ellinger, 1 for 7. Matt Breida, 1 for 3. Eric Gray, 1 for 1. Not only were the New York Giants without Saquon, they still cannot block anyone. There are still more clips coming out of Evan Neal just getting the absolute wrong blocking assignment and just whiffing on people.
You don't need to block.
We don't need to block. We got Saquon Barkley.
Yeah,
you need to block. We're 1-4.
Oh wait.
Yeah, I am. This is another case of a really good team and a really bad team. The Dolphins are firing on all cylinders. Quarterback looks great. They have two running backs that look amazing in the system together. Their wide receivers are some of the fastest in the league and are unstoppable. Not to mention also their tight ends, when healthy, still look pretty good as well. Their offensive line is looking great. Now Trenton Armstead is hurt. So Trenton Armstead will definitely bring a lot more pressure against Tua. If there's no Armstead, he's the best blocker. So you're going to have some issues there. Tagovailoa struggles with pressure, so you want to be really careful about letting up pressure. So that injury to Trenton Armstead could be a very big issue, but we'll see how that unfolds. And then for the Giants, there's just so many issues. Daniel Jones is hurt. He can't play up to his expectations. Saquon Barkley can't stay healthy, and your receivers don't look anywhere near as good as they should be.
Very quickly,
and of course,
I just got a Yahoo Sports update, and it literally said, "As always, Broncos lose to Chiefs."
Yeah. Oh, what was that trade?
Broncos.
Yeah, we didn't know the trade.
It hasn't showed up. It hasn't showed up.
Garlami, what was the trade?
It's shit. I traded him. I can pull it up.
Or what did you propose? Wait, did the trade go through, or is it a proposal?
No, it's a proposal.
It hasn't shown up yet for me.
Apparently, Gorlami sent me a trade request for Jamar Chase for Brock Purdy and Zach Ertz.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Wait, what was it?
It wasn't the Muzzy. It was
Brock Purdy and Zach Ertz for Jamar Chase.
No.
Yeah, I mean, the dude just got me 40. The dude just got me 45 points last week. I'm good there.
It was worth a try.
Damn.
And you tell me I send bad trades? The fuck was that?
You need a running back.
A little better than yours. A little better than yours.
So hold on, Galarmi. You're looking for a running back, is what you're looking for, right? That's what you're looking for.
No.
Or a wide receiver.
I need both.
Oh,
I need both.
You're fucked.
I need both.
Yeah, you're fucked, man.
Because Aaron Jones, the guy who was really supposed to carry the Packers on his back, will not play.
So you want a wide receiver and a running back.
They're also on a bye week, so of course they're not going to play this week.
Jonathan Taylor. I'll give you Jonathan Taylor and Puka Nacua, okay? All right. And you give me Alvin Kamara and... let's go Amon-Ra. Kamara and St. Brown.
What? That's an even worse. Dude, that's too much.
Puka gets more points. Puka gets so many points, though. Puka gets so many points.
But he has to give a St. Brown
Cooper
and...
Kupp's back.
Yeah.
Right, Cooper Kupp's back, but he still
Cooper Kupp's white.
Ugh.
The problem is you're asking him to trade Kamara and St. Brown, which is his top two.
It's a 2 for 2. It's a 2 for 2.
I'm
Okay, so how about
muting
this?
myself.
I'll keep Garrett Wilson. No. I'll keep Garrett. Okay, sorry. I'll keep Puka Nacua. I'll give you Garrett Wilson and Jonathan Taylor for Alvin Kamara and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Why don't you counter my trade? Because I feel like you could get
Why
better
don't you
offer
just
from
fuck
me.
my receiver core in the goddamn ass? Okay, I got nothing. I lost Jefferson.
No, I'm giving you one of the better receivers right now, Garrett Wilson.
He is pretty good.
That's Garrett Wilson and Jonathan Taylor for Alvin Kamara and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I will accept defeat for a drunken trade I sent to K-Duff, but...
All right.
I don't think he's gonna accept that, brother.
I already
I am accepting defeat. I'm accepting defeat.
I'm the worst in the league. You're not even close. I still have a loss more than you.
I'm not even close. I'm right behind you, and I just
wait, hold on a
lost
second.
you.
All right, here we go.
Idiot.
All right, let's get this over with.
Mr. Williams! Elmo, what are you going to do with that stick?
Oh, there's lots of things you can do with this stick, Elmo.
Holy shit, that's bad.
Yeah,
that's bad.
New Orleans Saints 34, New England Patriots. Donut, nothing, nada, zilch, zero, bagel, bupkiss.
I'm just gonna back out for a second because just like the Patriots, I don't think I should show up for this thing.
Okay.
The New Orleans Saints.
Considering having Ramondre, I'm out too.
It's because they have Ramondre.
I mean, Philly's going to NLCS. We got to climb some light poles.
They're not gonna climb no greased light pole. Why is everyone leaving?
I got
no. Everyone fucking got up. What the fuck? All right, New Orleans Saints, Derek Carr, 18 for 26 for 183, a 7-yard average. 2 touchdowns, no picks, 2 sacks, a 114.7 rating. An all right game for him, nothing crazy. Kamara had a pretty good game, 22 carries, 80 yards, 1 touchdown, followed by Kendry Miller, 12 for 37. Taysom Hill also 3 for 19. In the receiving column, Michael Thomas, 4 for 65. Kendry Miller, 4 for 53. Rashid Shaheed, 2 for 28. Alvin Kamara, 3 for 17. Chris Olave, 2 for 12. And Foster Moore, 1 for 6. A great bounce back game for Kamara. Really jumped into the game and got back to his old self in a way. Mac Jones, 12 for 22. For 110, 5-yard average, no touchdowns, 2 picks, 2 sacks, a 30.5 rating. Pretty bad. Bailey Zappi came in and went 3 for 9 for 22 yards, a 2.4 average, no touchdowns, no picks, no sacks, only a 42.4 rating. On the ground, Ramondre Stevenson, 8 for 24. Ezekiel Elliott, 8 for 21. Kendrick Bourne in the receiving column, 2 for 43. Dario Douglas, 1 for 24. Devontae Parker, 2 for 20. Mike Gesicki, 2 for 17. Ezekiel Elliott, 4 for 17. Juju Smith-Schuster, 3 for 6. And Ty Montgomery II, 1 for 5. It's bad in New England. It is bad.
I've literally got nothing to say. Like this is just utter
tank for Caleb. Tank for Caleb.
Honestly, there's something I forgot to report when I was doing the news stuff about this. So, despite the abysmal play we've seen out of Mac Jones, he is still starting going into our game this week against the Raiders. And if there's not any improvement on the table, and I am for this at this point, but I will say though, and this is definitely not the tequila talking. Robert Kraft has discussed that the possibility of firing Bill Belichick is on the table if this keeps up. So, does this happen mid-season? Does this happen Black Monday at the end of the season? I don't fucking know. But if this keeps up, I would not be surprised if this is Belichick's last year head coaching the Patriots.
His first year with the Bengals next year. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't think.
What was that shit?
I would not.
Don't fire Zach Taylor.
I would not be hoping for that because these past few years are just showing just how much Bill has been letting the game pass him by. Like it's like you think your offense is going to look bad now. I mean, now like with Belichick in there, it's
he still has his amazing touch on defense, but offensively, yikes. I think Bill Belichick would be an amazing defensive coordinator still. But as far as head coach, I think he's doing too much. He needs to just be a head coach and not a head coach, GM, football operations, guru specialist guy thingamajig.
But he likes
just one
to do
guy.
all that.
Yeah, you can't do that. He's like 40,000 years old. Like, let the man do one thing.
He's like almost as old as Joe Biden, man. Like he needs to.
Oh God.
He's not at the fucking like I got hairy legs that turn stage of his life now, but
it's not there yet.
He's getting close. Yeah.
You know how scary Bill Belichick would be as a oh my God, how scary would Bill Belichick be as a fucking president?
We're on to
the man is in UN like assembly hall, just like, listen here, assholes. If you do anything more with this fucking bullshit, I'm gonna kill all of you. Like
my fellow Americans.
Tom Brady, we got 5-star general.
We're on to Iran. We're on to Iran. We're on to Iran.
That's Elliot. Yeah.
Where do we
send the 35s? Send the 35s.
So something's got to change big.
Fucking suck. That ain't news. Moving on.
I think it's time for Mac Jones to get traded for some draft capital. You gotta get somebody else.
Or just tank for Caleb Williams. Like
no, but there's a lot of other people. Like people always think Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, Sam Hartman, possibly JJ McCarthy. There's a lot of names coming out of the NFL or sorry,
if
NCAA.
He does declare Shedeur Sanders too.
Yeah, there's a ton of people. You say what you will about it, Shedeur Sanders. He's looked good. You can't say he hasn't.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that's fair.
Like, there's a lot of quarterbacks. Just because you don't get Caleb Williams doesn't mean you get nobody. Like, look what happened in the draft. Bryce Young was first. CJ Stroud was second. CJ Stroud right now looks a lot better than Bryce Young.
Plus, if you get Caleb Williams, you're gonna fuck him up anyway. We might as well get somebody that isn't going to be a disappointment at being a first overall pick.
Yeah. Anyway, next up, we have Baltimore and Pittsburgh from Heinz Field. I don't care what it's called now. It's still called Heinz Field. I don't care. Baltimore Ravens 10, Pittsburgh 17. Pittsburgh does get the win. Somehow Matt Canada wins a game because Kenny Pickett audibled in the last play of the game and scored a touchdown on a different play. For the Ravens, Lamar Jackson 22 for 38 for 236. A 6.2 average, no touchdowns, 1 pick, 4 sacks, a 65.2 rating. Not a great day for him throwing the ball, really. Gus Edwards 12 for 48 on the ground, followed by Lamar Jackson 6 for 45, and Justice Hill 7 for 32. Lamar Jackson also had a fumble running the ball as well. Receiving for the Ravens, Zay Flowers 5 for 73, Mark Andrews 6 for 65, Nelson Aguilar 4 for 64, Odell Beckham Jr. 2 for 13, Justice Hill 4 for 13, Rashad Bateman 1 for 8. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, Kenny Pickett 18 for 32 for 224, 7-yard average, 1 touchdown, no picks, 3 sacks, and 88.5 quarterback rating. Jalen Warren on the ground 9 for 40, Najee Harris 14 for 37 for a 2.6 yard average rushing. And George Pickens 1 for 16. On the air, George Pickens looking very good, 6 for 130 and a touchdown. Jalen Warren, 3 for 39. Al Robinson the second, 5 for 29. Connor Hayward, 3 for 23. And Najee Harris, 1 for 3. The Steelers. Yeah, it's a classic AFC just slugfest of two heavyweights in the ring punching each other and the other person as much as they could.
Do you really consider the Steelers a heavyweight?
A heavyweight in the sense that they are just like the juggernaut, just massive amounts of weight. Maybe not all muscle, but there's a lot of mass.
I mean, from the past seasons, you actually had like good games, like just defense being good. This was just the offense sucking. Baltimore, how many drops they had? You have Matt Canada being an offense coordinator for Steelers. This wasn't a good defensive game. There was just shit offense and shit play calling.
And once again, as we've seen over a lot of years, Steelers just managed to somehow fuck up in the most possible ways, and high-end talent bails them out.
Yeah.
Like, Utree has been complaining about this for years at this point. The standard is the standard that we get an 8-8 season by bullshit and not fire Mike Tomlin or Matt Canada. Steelers go Super Bowl.
Yeah. Not a good day for either team. It's a bad win for the Steelers and a bad loss for the Ravens. The Ravens just can't not shoot themselves in the foot and can't seem to get really anything going offensively. And then the Steelers are just stuck with Matt Canada and a mediocre Kenny Pickett. So there's just a lot going for these teams.
It's not that the Ravens want to shoot themselves in the foot. It's like they walk out of the hospital and only realize, I'm Daniel Radcliffe in that movie where I have guns attached to my hands and I actually shot myself in the foot.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Eagles, Rams.
My ass is so puckered, I could shit out Twizzlers.
Oh, God.
What?
Okay.
That's something I did not want to visualize in my head. I'm not going to lie.
Stop visualizing it.
He said going from last week, going from last week with the Commanders in overtime to this game where I thought Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua was going to fucking go all off on him. It was looking like in the first half.
Oh, I just thought of a horrible pun.
Go ahead, say it.
Two girls, 1 cup of pook.
I hate you now.
And on that note, run the damn ball. Good night.
We are canceled. We are canceled.
Press that button.
On myself. That's on myself. That's on me. That's on me.
Yeah.
That was the inner workings of my mind working against
kind.
me. Yeah. So Philadelphia, one of two teams still undefeated in the league, the other being the San Francisco 49ers, which we will get to. Holy shit. The Philadelphia Eagles winning the game 23-14 in South Candlestick, otherwise known as SoFi, against the Rams. Jalen Hurts, 25 for 38 for 303 yards, 8.8 yard average, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 1 sack, 87.9 rating. He also was their leading rusher. Kind of odd. 72 yards, 15 carries, 1 touchdown. Also had... I've never seen a quarterback take a hit that he took around like the 50-yard line running the ball and still move. The man was on one leg. He got dove at by a middle linebacker, managed to hit the middle linebacker and just not move and keep running forward. Like,
damn.
The Jalen Hurts is a cannonball of a human being. That man is dense as fuck in like the muscular way.
600 pounds.
Yeah, he is. DeAndre Swift 17 for 70. Yeah. And Kenneth Gainwell 7 for 17. For receiving, AJ Brown 6 for 127. Dallas Goedert 8 for 117 and a touchdown. DeAndre Swift 6 for 38. Kenneth Gainwell 1 for 7. Devontae Smith 1 for 6. Jack Stoll 1 for 4. And Quez Watkins 2 for 4. For the Rams, Matthew Stafford 21 for 37 for 222, a 6-yard average, 2 touchdowns, 4 sacks. For the Rams, rushing, Kieran Williams 13 for 53, Ron Rivers 1 for 1. For receiving, Cooper Kupp 8 for 118, Puka Nacua 7 for 71, and a touchdown. Tyler Higbee 2 for 20, 2 for 12, 2 for 9, Kieran Williams 2 for 4, and Ben Skoronczyk 1 target, no receptions. The Eagles definitely that's got a lot closer than you would have thought. However, the Eagles secondary is good, but also at some points it tends to not perform well. Injuries, yeah.
You're on second and third strings for almost everybody in second.
Ralami, sit down. Keep getting up. Sit down. Also, Cooper Kupp being back along with Puka Nacua.
My window, I'm sweating too much.
Puka Nakua and Cooper Kupp.
It's bad.
Obviously, Kupp being back and Nakua being good, as we've seen the past few weeks, is now a good 1-2 attack that Matthew Stafford is able to throw to because they're both not, named. Who did they just trade? What was his name?
Oh, Van Jefferson.
Van Jefferson. Yeah, they're both not named Van Jefferson, so they'll get targets. But yeah, in the end of the time, at the end of the day, the better football team wins. The Rams' defense is Aaron Donald and not much else. So
Jalen Rat, no. Bobby Watt, no.
No. Yeah. So it's the Eagles, a much more complete team, were able to win the game, though they did not look playing their best. However, if you don't play your best and you still get a win, that says something about your team. So they got the win still. They're still 5-0. That's saying something. Not much else to really say here. The Rams just don't have a complete team as much as other teams are, in my opinion.
Thanks for shit, Eagles.
Go ahead and move on to the Bengals. The Bengals.
Yeah.
Love me Bengals. Love me Skyline. Don't like the Steelers. Don't hate them. Just don't like them.
This is an easy win. Like, it's Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean, the Cardinals still can surprise you. The Cardinals don't say die. The Joshua Dobbs, I'll hand it to him. This guy does not quit at all.
The Goonies of the NFL right now.
He goes. This man, he does not quit. I really admire that about him. It is such a night and day difference between the maturity level of one quarterback who is both, looks more mature, is in that he's taller than 4'2" and also acts more mature and doesn't play Call of Duty 24/7, and the little midget who likes to sit in the corner and play fucking Call of Duty 24/7. So
I was playing Call of Duty tonight.
Yeah, fuck you, Kyler Murray. I don't understand how you're a quarterback in the NFL and you can't be mature in any way possible. It's disgusting. But again,
Mamba's grandma.
I don't care. Oh yeah, Grandma Mamba's here. Cincinnati Bengals 34, Arizona Cardinals 20. Joe Burrow 36 for 46 for 317, a 6.9 average, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, 3 sacks, a 108.1 rating. The ground game was all right, 25 for 81 for Joe Mixon. A lot of rushing attempts. Really got that Pele action set back up now that Burrow is a little bit more mobile. And possible MVP of the week, Jamar Chase, 15 for 192, 3 touchdowns. He broke the single game receptions record for the Bengals. No one has had more than 15 receptions in a single game in Bengals history. Followed him up, Trent Irwin taking a big step up as a replacement for T. Higgins, who's out with that rib injury. He went 8 for 60. Tyler Boyd went 6 for 39, and Joe Mixon 4 for 13. Joshua
Thank you,
Dobbs,
Jamar Chase, for the 45 points you gave me to help beat Muzzy last week.
Yep. For the Cardinals, Joshua Dobbs, 15 for 32 for 166, a 5.2 average, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 3 sacks, 57.6 rating. On the ground, Rondale Moore, 3 for 50. James Conner, before his injury, 6 for 46. And Amari Demercado, 10 for 45 and a touchdown. For receiving, Marquise Brown, 4 for 61 and a touchdown. Rondale Moore, 3 for 26. Joff Swain, 2 for 22. Michael Wilson, 1 for 18. Trey McBride, 2 for 17. And Amari Demercado, 1 for 12. The Bengals definitely look like they
Zach
got...
Ertz, 2 for 10 and a touchdown.
Yes. The Bengals kind of got back on target a little bit with this. Joe Burrow definitely looked a lot better, a little bit more mobile. There was a lot more movement from the receivers getting downfield. We were able to complete more downfield passes because Burrow had more time. The running game was set up a little bit better. But still, Burrow sacked 3 times from a Cardinals offensive line or defensive line was kind of a little rough there. So definitely room for improvement from the Bengals. Anything from you guys here?
Jamar
no,
Chase
you pretty much got it
himself
perfectly.
It's the Jamar Chase show.
Yeah, he played amazing again. I think after a few more, maybe another year or two of this performance level, I think it'd be safe to say Jamar Chase is already the best receiver in Bengals history. The only other people he really has to beat are Chris Collinsworth, Chad Ochocinco. You could put AJ Green in there. You could consider Hujman Zada, maybe.
Not really.
Not really. Terrell Owens.
No.
And then
not for Bengals.
Not for Bengals. I believe there's also a very old school receiver like Lenny Wilkins, I believe was the name, or I know somebody else. But yeah, he's already kind of there. But again, I'm still an old school Bengals fan, and I believe that there are 3 constants in life: death, taxes, and 85 will always be open. So, I still can't believe that that man is an NFL. Trying to say something about BMG hosting there.
Oh. No.
I mean, it's better than seeing this fucking game. Better than seeing this fucking game.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. New York Jets 31, Denver Broncos.
Broncos country.
21. Zach Wilson 16 for 26 for 199. No touchdowns, 1 picks, 4 sacks. Breece Hall 22 for 177. He was finally given a lift of the restriction in his carries. So a great performance there from him. He also had a touchdown there. Zach Wilson 3 for 26. Dalvin Cook 6 for 23, and Michael Carter 1 for 8. In the receiving column, Tyler Conklin 4 for 67, Garrett Wilson 3 for 54, Al Lazard 3 for 33, Breece Hall 3 for 17, Michael Carter 3 for 14, CJ Uzama 2 for 12, and Jeremy Ruckert 1 for 2. Randall Cobb also was out there, had 1 target, no receptions. For the Denver Broncos, Russell Wilson 20 for 31 for 196, a 6.3 average, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 4 sacks, a 103.7 rating. Rushing, Jaleel McLaughlin 9 for 68, Russell Wilson 7 for 49, and Samaj P. Ryan 6 for 22. He was also the leading receiver somehow, 4 for 73. Jerry Jeudy 6 for 50. Adam Trotman 4 for 26 and a touchdown. Jaleel McLaughlin 3 for 21 and a touchdown. And Cortland Sutton 1 for 13.
I don't even
know.
The
Broncos are so bad. No, the Broncos are so bad it's confusing. Like, I don't know.
They beat the Bears somehow, but we threw that away. So.
Samandre P. Ryan is good. He's a good running back, but how is he your leading receiver? What schemes are you calling? Why is Russell Wilson getting sacked 4 times against a Jets defensive line who has really good interior linemen, but like their pass rushes are kind of
Yeah, I have to say too, like Nathaniel Hackett's now coach on the Jets, and who called him like the worst head coach ever earlier this year, by the way? Oh, right, Sean Payton. You got your fucking revenge game against him, Nathaniel. Be proud of that.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'm going to hate. People going to be like, oh, Nathaniel Hackett needs to get another head coach job. No,
of course not.
No, of course not. No.
Some guys are better suited as...
Take the win and run. That's all you need to do.
Some guys are better suited as coordinators. Like, honestly, Hackett might be...
He's not even a good offense coordinator. He was shit in Jacksonville. He was shit in other places. The only reason why they looked at him because he was with Aaron Rodgers for a year when Aaron Rodgers had an MVP season.
Yeah.
Sometimes Roger likes him for some reason. So
because Roger can say, "Hey, I want to run this play." And
Browns job because he was with LT in the 80s. So.
All right, let's go ahead and move on. This was a lot closer than a lot of people would have expected.
Well, I mean, it was the
Taylor Swift.
Chiefs and refs versus the Vikings. So, what did you expect?
Yeah, 27-20, the final score. Chiefs win by 7 in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah.
The Vikings this season have been the kings of not winning close games. They have lost a lot of games by only a few scores, and it's not a good look. Or by ref ball, and so for the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, 31 for 41 for 281, a 6.9 average, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 2 sacks, a 109.9 rating. On the ground, Pachenko led the way, 55 yards, 16 carries, 1 touchdown, followed by Jerick McKinnon, 1 for 7, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 3 for 4. Receiving, Travis Kelce, 10 for 67 and a touchdown. He did have a foot injury, and then came back into the game and still performed. So it looks like that was not something that held him back, as he was also able to play as we were recording this tonight in the Thursday night game. Justin Watson also 2 for 56. Rashay Rice 4 for 33. Justin Ross 2 for 28. Kadarius Toney 5 for 26. Noah Gray 2 for 21. Jerick McKinnon 2 for 18. And Marcus Valdes-Scantling 1 for 12, as well as Sky Moore 2 for 11. Then for the Vikings, Kirk Cousins 29 for 47 for 284. 6-yard average, 2 touchdowns, 3 sacks, 92.9 rating. For Minnesota, Alexander Mattison 8 for 28, Tyler Chandler 1 for 15, Cam Akers 5 for 15, Brandon Powell 1 for 9, and Kirk Cousins 3 for 5. For the Vikings, also Jordan Addison in the receiving column, 6 for 64 and 1 touchdown. TJ Hawkinson, 5 for 51. KJ Osborne, 5 for 49. Brandon Powell, 4 for 43. Justin Jefferson, 3 for 28 before his injury. Alexander Mattison, 2 for 20 and a touchdown. Josh Oliver, 1 for 5. And Johnny Munt, 1 for 11, as well as Cam Akers, 2 for 3.
Closer than I thought would be, but once again, the Chiefs have to be the darling of the NFL and get away with pass interference, and it's on Ladarius Sneed. So
I'm going to talk more about the Chiefs in this situation than the Vikings. We know the Vikings have some struggles offensively, and their defense does not look good. The Chiefs' offense does not look good. It doesn't.
No,
it does not look good. It is serviceable for their wins. Their defense is reliant on Chandler Jones being a beast and being able to rush the passer and force other things to go. Their secondary is mediocre, and their middle linebackers are all right. Their offense, obviously, Mahomes is one of the better quarterbacks we have seen thus far, and is probably still the best in the league right now, even though that hurts me to say that. As a Bengals fan, he's still amazing. Pachenko has turned out to be a great draft pick for them out of the backfield, being a dual threat back. And Kelsey is still Kelsey. There are no receivers on that team that are really worthy of a wide receiver 1 position on an NFL roster. I'm sorry, but if you're going to give it to Kadarius Toney,
too young. Kadarius Toney only just remembered tonight he has hands. I have no idea how he keeps forgetting that. And the rest, like Sky Moore, Noah Gray, like
Marquez Valdes-Scantling.
I mean,
MVS is just kind of cooked. So.
It is still wild they're able to win games even without like a true wide receiver 1.
It just
they should be putting up way more points than this. And tonight, they're playing the Broncos, only put up 19 points. They could have put up a fuck ton more against that defense.
I mean, it shows you how good Mahomes is. Like the guy is just insane. Like, I hate to be like the Chris Collinsworth. Now here's a guy, Mahomes to a 5-yard pass. Look at it. And like, no, I don't like them riding Mahomes every time. But at the same time, he's a great quarterback.
But it can't be denied. It's like, I hate LeBron James. He's still an awesome guy in the NBA. I hate fucking Aaron Judge. He's still great in the MLB. Like, I'm not a huge Patrick Mahomes fan. He's still the current greatest quarterback in the league right now.
Until Tom Brady comes back for the Jets in 2 weeks.
He's not coming back, dude. He's not coming back. I've made my peace with that. You need to make your peace with that.
Yeah. But, I mean, the Vikings, you got to get some clutch factor, man. You're losing so many close late games. Something's got to happen.
Speaking of a late game that
last year.
Yeah.
Where them boys at? Seriously, I can't find them anywhere.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah. Here we go.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
You want to see me do it again?
Here, hold this.
Sure.
Oh, I saw this play.
It's the same play that Detroit ran too.
Yeah, on the same day.
See him? Did you see Brock Purdy throw that touchdown pass, and he got hammered while doing it? Like, such poise for like a young guy like this. It's crazy.
I'm so fucking scared right now.
Was that Tim the Tatman?
This is, oh my god.
You want to see me
Was
do it
that
again?
play? Sure.
Want to see me do it again?
No. He did not do it again.
Yeah. Yes, he does. There's 3 interceptions.
Oh my god.
Why would you throw that?
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
It's crazy how inconsistent the Cowboys are.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
It is.
Well, no, it's not crazy.
This is perfect sense. I mean, they've been playing the softest schedule and being like, "We them boys, we going to the Super Bowl." Oh, that okay. Well, we're gonna disregard what happened in Arizona, but we still them boys. Oh wait, what how did we lose by 32?
San Fran has their numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, San Fran. To be fair, San Fran has looked like the best team in the NFL.
Yeah,
I don't think that's debatable.
I am scared for when the Eagles.
The only difference.
You're scared. I'm fucking scared. The Bengals play San Fran.
The only difference this year as opposed to other ones is that the Cowboys decided to lose in embarrassing fashion to 49ers before the playoffs started.
What can there be said about San Fran? I mean, Brock Purdy's playing out of his mind. They're not throwing a ton of attempts at him. He's able to comfortably throw 30 times a game. They're able to hand the ball off, 30-ish times between a couple different running backs, some of which is Deebo Samuel, some is Christian McCaffrey, some is Jordan Mason. He has tons of different looks he can give to George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, Kyle Juszczyk. That's Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl. Kittle, Ayuk, Samuel, McCaffrey, Juszczyk. Not to mention Trent Williams on the offensive line, Brock Purdy behind center, and then Sam Darnold for a Pro Bowl wannabe.
I mean, they've always had great weapons. You just didn't have a quarterback that could glue it all together.
That was not injured.
And did we think it would be last year's Mr. Irrelevant? No, but it's a great surprise.
I mean, we'll go over stats here.
That rushing attempts, it's almost this. When you combine the Cowboys' rushing attempts and passing attempts, it's almost just the rushing attempts for the 49ers too.
Yeah, not enough time of possession. Just dominance by the San Francisco's defense.
Yeah, they're rushing.
They have rushing the quarterback. Their secondary is solid enough, and Fred Warner is a goddamn animal. That man is like the Tasmanian devil.
Look at that rushing too. That's more rushing yards than Dak Prescott had passing yards. That shit's insane.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing we'll see here, Dak Prescott, 14 for 20 war, 153, 1 touchdown, 3 picks. You can't have 3 picks, another 3 sacks, and a 51.6 rating. Can't have that. And then the rushing attack, the leading rusher, Tony Pollard, 29 for 8. Then after that, Rico Dwaddle, 15 for 5. Their largest receiver was not even 50 yards from CeeDee Lamb, 4 for 49. Only touchdown was from Kayvon Turpin in the air, 1 for 26. They also had Jake Ferguson, 3 for 28, and Tony Pollard, 4 for 35. On the other side, these are not insane numbers from Brock Purdy. 4 touchdowns, yes. No interceptions, yes. But only 17 for 24. That's under 30 attempts. 252 yards.
And yet you still
very
up
good.
250 yards.
Yeah. The efficiency of this guy is off the charts. I mean, I'm not saying Brock Purdy's bad at all. He's I already showed him to be an amazing good quarterback. But this system is great. Kyle Shanahan is a mastermind at calling plays. They also have some of the most dangerous motherfuckers in the open field. Ayuk, Samuel, and McCaffrey in the open field is a nightmare. Jukes,
Kittle in the backfield.
I mean, Kittle
back in the red zone.
Not to say I'm not worried about it, but Kittle in the open field is just it's Gronkowski. I'm gonna run straight forward, try to tackle me. McCaffrey, Samuel, and Ayuk will make your ankles fall out of your body with some of the moves they do. Not to mention also Juszczyk is sneakily athletic. That guy is disgusting.
Also, probably the yardage is low for Brock Purdy. You know why? Probably because the interceptions that Dak threw is short yards, so he doesn't have to. And they don't have to go far.
252 is still a decent
only have to go 20 or 30.
Well, they could also hand it off to McCaffrey as well.
If people try to be like, "Oh, he only has 252 yards," well, probably because they're starting on the Dallas 20 or Dallas 15 because of the interceptions and fumbles, and Brock Purdy's still throwing touchdowns and all that. The whole team is good. It's the best team in NFL. You said,
and then that's coming from you, an Eagles fan. Your team is obviously the second best. Yeah,
I am scared for when the Eagles face against San Fran. I think it's going to be a good game, but I am scared.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll definitely see how it goes.
You would have to kill Brock Purdy again in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, I mean, I think what the San Francisco 49ers are going to learn from the issue that they had with the Eagles, and I think they're going to really shorten down their passing, or their pass blocking. So I think you're going to see a lot more chips from Kittle. You're going to see a lot of chips from Kittle. Maybe even no receiving yards from Kittle, where they just line Kittle up and he is another tackle, because that man can block very well for a tight end. Let me get to that tip. Talking now about the Cowboys. You got to show up in big games. When you're playing teams that you have the Vegas favorite for, you're winning handily. But then the second that you are at some level of competition where it should be a good game for you, it crumbles. There's got to be some backbone here. So,
well, that's what I was saying. They're so inconsistent. Some games they're fucking killing them, and some games are just straight doo-doo. There's no in between.
Yeah,
and this is nothing new from the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah,
I know it's not anything new, but it's
getting old.
They're only 3. They only got their 3 wins so far.
Okay, don't say no. You can't say it's not getting old. You're an Eagles fan. You enjoy watching this.
Of course,
you see, boys.
Oh my.
Yeah, they're only them boys where they're playing a complete doormat, as we've seen against both New York teams and New England so far. So
Yeah,
that's coming from New England fan.
Yo,
Yeah.
Jerry Jones
Damn.
only got a few years left. All right, he needs to do something.
Yeah.
6 games.
Nobody tell
Really?
him that we only got the record we do from beating doormat teams. And
Next
just let him
game,
have this.
Gorlami. Next game.
And this is where I take my walk out.
You might want to bring this with you.
Oh.
This
All
game
right.
also sucks.
Vegas should have lost this one.
Yeah.
Both teams should have lost
Yeah,
this
you're
one.
fucking telling me, dude.
This should have been a draw, honestly. Like 0-0. This
Both
was
teams lose.
All right. Oh, I was going to ask for my wife's opinion on this game, and she's dead asleep behind me. Okay.
Actually, real quick, McDaniel's calling to do a
field goal.
Field goal.
Yeah.
Instead of icing the game.
Yeah, he's like he loves incompetent.
They
He
did the
got
opposite
real
last
lucky.
week.
Yeah.
I do not know why he just didn't take the points. Like that was
No.
such
It was
No.
He should have went for it on 4th down on the Green Bay 35.
Yeah, they're on their 35. They're 4th and 1. They could have definitely done it.
And it was less than 2 minutes left.
They need a touchdown regardless. So why are you taking the 3? Ice the game.
It's mind-boggling why they didn't do it. Like he got lucky thanks to that that interception at the very end.
Yeah.
But in any other situation, if you had in any competent organization, that would have been grounds for like you're definitely on the hot seat now. Like if you weren't before, you're on the hot seat.
I mean,
Like,
how is he not? How is he not in the hot seat? Let's be honest.
Because Mark
Raiders
Davis
have no
owns
money.
the Raiders.
Oh,
Well,
that's
they don't
true.
have they don't have money to fire him.
That's true too. Like all Mark Davis does is spend his money on building a new stadium in Las Vegas and PF Chang's. And Whores. Yeah.
And Whores, as Danny DeVito would say.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
final
there's
score.
a bunch of brothels in Vegas, so that's where he's spending it all.
17 to 13, the final score. Raiders beat the Packers. Garoppolo 22 for 31 for 208, a 6.7, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 3 sacks, 86.5 rating. Josh Jacobs 20 for 69 and a touchdown. Trey Tucker 1 for 16 on the ground as well, and Amir Abdullah 1 for 4. As far as a couple other minor rushers there. In the receiving column, Jacoby Myers 7 for 75 and a touchdown. Devontae Adams 4 for 45. Michael Mayer 2 for 39. Every time I see that guy catch the ball, I'm like, why is he not a Bengal? Fuck. Josh Jacobs 5 for 20. Amir Abdullah 1 for 11, and Austin Hooper 2 for 11, as well as Hunter Renfrow 1 for 7. For the Packers, Jordan Love 16 for 30, 182, a 6.1 average, no touchdowns, 3 picks, 2 sacks, a 32.2 rating. Yikes. Yikes, man. That was AJ Farming Simulator Dylan 20 for 76 and 1 touchdown. Also Jordan Love 2 for 37 on the ground, as well as Patrick Taylor 2 for 2. In the receiving column, Christian Watson 3 for 91 and should have been a touchdown, but a horse collar penalty ended that. Luke Musgrave 6 for 34. Josiah Dergara 1 for 19. Ben Sims 1 for 2. Davion Wicks 1 for 10, Jalen Reed 1 for 7, and Patrick Taylor 2 for 5. This is a game as a Packers fan you hope Jordan Love learns from and never does again. 3 touchdowns, no picks, 2 sacks. Yikes! Not good. Not good at all.
It was. I don't even know what the good fucking analogy for this is. It was
Gorlami just wrote in the chat AJ Dillon for Farming Sim Game of the Year.
MLG Game of the Year. Yep, he's still typing again.
I think we'll just move on. The Raiders shouldn't have won this game in many ways, but I think their defensive scheme did come up with a lot of different.
I'm not coming back until this game's being done talked about. It's done.
Yeah, we're done.
Moving on.
We're moving on, Gorlami. Oh,
fucking all right, let's get to the predictions.
Right. Well, first of all, we'll go ahead and go, since we did the recap, we'll move on to the Tank Bowl with Mastodon.
Oh, yeah, okay. Bro, let me get the fuck back here. God damn it. All right.
All right, now
So,
don't speed through this because a lot of weeks you go move this here, move that there, just like one at a time from top to bottom. Let's get a little suspense with it here.
Top to bottom.
I'm ready to walk away.
I'm actually keeping the Cardinals at bad right now.
Fair.
Shit. Like it's gonna be the rest of the 4 is gonna be switching around. I don't know how exactly.
Oh, no new additions, no new subtractions, really.
Yeah.
We don't see a
Hello,
Patriots edition. We don't see a Washington Commanders edition. We don't see even a Vikings sneak in.
Thing is, though, all of them almost all of them are 1 and 4, except for Panthers. That's what's making it tough. It's like, fuck,
bro, you gotta put the Patriots in there.
They're close.
How are they? How are they
they're
better than the Cardinals and bad?
The defense, their defense is still
defense
good.
Let up 72 unanswered points, my dude.
Because your offense fucking sucks, and there's only so much you can do when your defense had to be out there for 40
but
minutes.
They couldn't do much either, even against the fucking Saints.
Bro, Patriots have to be on there at least.
I am playing.
I'm advocating for the Patriots to be on there, and I'm a Pats fan. We suck. We fucking suck.
All right, put the Pats in the bed, and then Cardinals out.
I love how K-Duff, the Patriots fan, is like advocating for his team to be put into this.
It's the tequila talking. Just let it happen.
I am putting the Panthers into worse. They need to fix something now.
Yeah,
Bryce Young is looking pretty bad.
On that, we can agree. Like it's not looking any better for the.
And then in that case, and then they're like Broncos to batter, Giants leaving stinky, while Bears at cringe.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I mean, the Bears definitely made a lot of improvements. Will they keep it?
Yeah.
I mean, Vikings with no Justin Jefferson, we should be all right.
I mean, yeah, but again, we have to. A good chunk
covering
of that
TJ
win could be.
Hawkinson?
A good chunk of that win could be contributed to just Dick Butkus's spirit out there.
We'll get him. I don't.
All right, and
I mean,
rest in peace, legend.
So yeah, there we have Patriots bad, Broncos batter, Bears cringe, Giants stinky, and at the worst, no surprise, the Panthers, and that has been the Tank Bowl with Mastodon.
I'm actually
all right. We'll go from one bad decision. We'll go one bad decision to another. Gambling time, everyone.
Here we go.
Why did I feel dirty doing that Tank Bowl for this week? I feel dirty. I don't know why.
I accidentally clicked the wrong button. I'm playing the sound again. Fucking
really
I clicked the wrong button.
Really bad fucking drunken decisions here, Helen. You gotta lose some motherfucking money. Because my team this week in the Showdown Captains is bad. Like, bad, and I'm not changing it. I refuse to. I refuse to change how shitty this decision was. And for K-Duff's sake, this is actually looking good for him because he's a Buffalo fan.
They're all Bills except
when
for...
did I say I was a Buffalo fan?
They're all Bills for the Waller.
They're all fucking Bills except Waller, who's questionable. Oh no.
Don't judge my drinking decisions, all right, Lob? I don't want to hear it.
You were drinking now, not when you made this.
Yes, I actually was.
Tyler Bass, your flex.
I was only 4 drinks in when I made this pick.
Do you have to have a kicker?
Bob,
No.
when is he not drunk?
So then why'd you put a kicker at flex? That's so...
Bills
running backs? You took 2 Bills running backs. They're about as useful as a fucking fire extinguisher in a submarine.
Yeah,
Ladies
the
and
Giants are
gentlemen,
a fucking walking tank of mass
we as the
destruction
football
of getting
stooges do
blown
not
up.
condone these picks. Please save your money and do not make them.
Yeah, this is a do
I'm
not
just
pick
telling you
these.
what not to.
However,
Yeah,
I
I'm
will
telling you
say
what not to fucking
Stephon
do.
Diggs and the defense and special teams of the Bills, good picks, especially against the Giants.
Because also you get because Stephon Diggs is getting a 1.5 times points in that position as a captain.
Muzzy's
So-
gonna love this.
Muzzie's
Muzzy
screenshotting
I'm more
this.
so
Like,
doing this so I'm more so doing this so Muzzy doesn't fucking call me out on the podcast again. Fantasy fucking
Oh, he's
All
100%
right.
gonna call you out again.
All right.
Yep.
That has been the gambling
Bring it
picks
on,
with
bitch.
Gorlami. Let's go ahead and
Shitty
get back
picks.
to the
Shitty
podcast
picks.
view. Mamba, since we just recapped the entire week, go ahead and tell us your MVP of last week's games.
MVP of last week
Ditka.
will go to DJ
Ditka.
Moore.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's totally
We'll
fair.
allow that.
It was either going to be
Well,
DJ Moore, Tyreek Hill, or
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. Yeah, it's one
I
of the
will
three.
let that slide.
And he's a Bears
Yeah,
fan.
I gotta
That's
give
not
I gotta give props to
homerism.
the
That's
Bears.
just fine. Let's go ahead. We're gonna do something different now. Grami actually recommended it. Since we're recording these all on Thursdays and we're missing the Thursday night game predictions, from now on we're actually going to be predicting next week's Thursday night game. So we'll predict all the Sunday slate, the Monday night game, and then the Thursday night game starting the next week. So we'll kind of be double dipping in weeks a little bit. But again, Thursday night games are just fucking weird. So these are the scores
Couldn't
lined
know
up
about
thus
Amazon.
far. Gorlami is still
First place,
leading
baby.
by a game. He is 59 to
Let's
30.
go, motherfuckers.
Week 5, he went 10-5. I'm right behind him at 59 to 31. Week 5, I went off 13-4. Then after that, we have K-Duff, 56 and 34, went 9-7. After that, then we have Mastodon, 54 and 33 at 8-6 during week 5, and then in last place, Mamba, 53 and 28 in week 5. He went 10-4.
I do need an honest opinion from everybody else here from the show. How does it feel knowing that a guy who's drunk at the time he shows up here is beating your asses in predictions?
You're beating me by a game, and that game is a loss.
You're
Yes,
probably
but,
sober
but
enough.
your
Half a game.
choices
Yeah.
choices are sober. My choices are drunk.
I am not very sober right now.
All right.
but how many episodes have I been sober for?
All right.
0.
Anyway, we'll start it out. We have another London game in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, England. Ravens and Titans.
Fuck.
Oh,
I don't want to do this.
I think the Ravens have a little bit more of a complete team. The Titans' defense is a little sneakily good at some situations, but I think they're not going to be used to the ability of the Ravens' offense
If by
to really
complete
change
team you
things
mean
up.
completely all on the IR, you're right.
Yeah. So I'll take the Ravens by 5 in this one.
Give me Ravens by 7.
Baltimore by 2.
Can I abstain?
No.
No.
Damn it! Give me the Ravens by 3.
Yeah, Ravens by 3 too. I can't decide here.
All right, and now on to the games in America: Commanders and Falcons from Atlanta, Georgia, 1 p.m. CBS. I'll take the Falcons. I think Bijan Robinson and Ridley looked good last week, so Commanders did not look good the last 3 years. So I'll take the Falcons in this one by 10.
I think last week with the Falcons was a fluke, so I'm gonna go Commanders by 7.
Also saying Commanders has been good for 3 years. You mean a decade? Jesus Christ. Atlanta by 5.
Ooh, give me the Falcons by 3.
They're playing at home. Yeah, the Falcons are playing at home, so give me Falcons by 6.
It doesn't matter for the Falcons; they still choke.
I mean,
anywhere.
Desmond Ritter's undefeated since college at home.
Yeah, at home. Yeah.
Vikings
Give me
and
your feet at home. 9.
Well, that's 10 actually.
Vikings and
11.
Bears.
11.
11. Oh, we're
I
both.
went for myself.
We're both counting and drunk. Oh, well, that's 12.
13.
That doesn't count.
Shut up.
Yes,
Shut
that's
up.
right.
Shut up. Shut up. Vikings Bears. This is a tough one. But I
No Jefferson.
no Jefferson, yeah, but also no defense for the Bears. So I'll take the Vikings by 1.
Give me Bears by 7.
Chicago by 3.
Oh my
Really?
god, I love you.
I was about to go tie. But then I'm like,
You know, for once, I gotta side with Lam on the weird number pick with the 1. But I've been picking 3 the whole night, so I'm gonna go with Vikings by 3.
It's gonna
All right.
break a lot of standings. Wait, you got Kate off.
Oh, Kate off, right? Sorry.
Shit, I don't even fucking know here. Give me Vikings by 4.
So Mason's on my side.
I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah. Next up, we got the Seahawks and Bengals from Cincinnati.
That's
Tough one. I think I'm gonna take my Bengals by 5. I liked how they looked last week, and I think that if we keep shoring up the offensive line, and continuing to improve that aspect, and Burrow gets more and more healthy, it's just up and up for us. So I'll take the Bengals by 5.
About that about the O line for 20 years.
I mean, I feel like Seahawks is the better team here, so I'm gonna go Seahawks by 3.
I'm gonna say Seahawks because coming off a bye by 2.
That's true.
True.
As much as I hate to be on Mamba's side for this, give me the Seahawks by 6.
I'm not gonna leave Lob alone. I'll go Bengals by 10.
Of course you would, AFC fuck.
Okay. 49ers Browns from Cleveland. No Deshaun Watson. I will take the 49ers by 21.
Very fair.
49ers by 30.
Very fair.
San Fran by 40.
Oh, Christ.
Do I have 50? Do I have 50? 50, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, Green Man,
San Fran's destroying everybody. They deserve that.
Wait, Masson. I'm going to take the opposite here. What's the lowest number that's been picked so far for the 49ers?
21.
All right. Give me the 49ers by 17, just so I can stay on the low end and be safe.
I mean, you still have to get exact to get the extra points.
I had to look up something because...
No, you have to get the closest because that's the whole reason
Watson still isn't practicing with a shoulder injury.
Fuck.
Watson still isn't practicing with a shoulder injury, meaning that they are either going to start Dorian Thompson-Robinson or the recently promoted P.J. Walker. On that regard, 49ers by 48.
Yeah,
enjoy that massage,
I love it, K-Dub.
I was about to say that,
I
Mamba.
love it.
I was about to say that.
love it.
All right.
God, massacre.
Miami by 55.
From one massacre to another. Dolphins by 45 here against the Panthers is my pick from Miami.
Dolphins by 55.
Jesus Christ, you're complaining about me seeing San Fran high. Miami by 28.
That was one time, Masson, and give me the Dolphins by 30.
I'm going to go Dolphins by 24.
All right.
Of course, you lowball me.
Colts Jaguars here. This is a tough one because Gardner Minshew's looked good. The Jaguars have started to look a little better after struggling to start the season off. No Anthony Richardson, but also...
And I feel like Minshew's got a vendetta against the Jags.
Yeah, and then Lawrence Taylor's coming back. I'm sorry, Trevor Lawrence. I can't bet against Gardner Minshew. I'm taking the Colts by 3 in a close one. My prediction is overtime as well.
Interesting.
Game-winning overtime field goal.
That's such a solid pick.
Give me Jags by 4.
I'm gonna say Jags by 3 because the Colts have lost 9 or 10 straight at Jacksonville.
Better break it than Gardner.
For the sake of being a hypocrite and how many times I've said, why the fuck do you pick this number? Give me the Colts by 5.
God, why are you keep picking that number? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, I don't fucking know, but...
Give me Jags by 6.
Oh my god, we did 3, 4, 5, 6. Fuck all y'all.
At least it's not 21, 23, and then someone picks 22.
Yeah.
K-Duff.
You guys are all like You guys are all like picking numbers based on what other people pick. Just pick the number you feel like, because if you both get the right answer,
feeling like this. What are you talking about?
I am feeling like the
but
three.
here's
I'm
the
only
thing,
talking to
your number-
Gorlami.
I have no
your
emotions.
number is 5. Your number is 5 throughout the whole fucking goddamn week.
We're up to do the same thing I did last week and go back and show you how many 5-point games there were.
Yeah,
All
who's
right.
in first place? Yeah.
By a half
Suck
game,
my
bud.
nuts.
Oh, God.
Still in first place, baby.
Saints and Texans. I like CJ Stroud a lot, and I think their offensive line is going to be able to kind of hinder some of the Saints' movement. And Derek Carr tends to sometimes have a bad game. I'm predicting this will be his bad game. I'm taking the Texans by 7.
Wait, is Carr back or no?
He's back.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
he played
played
last
last
week.
week.
back.
I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna go Saints by 3.
Ooh. Houston by 9.
This is, like, difficult.
It is.
Because
Yeah.
in Shroud we trust, but also, like, Saints by 10. Like, that's just what I'm going with. That's my gut feeling.
Texans have been having a lot of close games recently, so I'm going to go Texans by 3.
Next up, Patriots
Fairly sweet one.
Raiders from Las Vegas. Patriots have not looked good. They're on a downslide. I don't think they're going to recover from it well. Even though their defense is still pretty good, I don't think they can stop the Raiders' offense enough. I think 1 or 2 times it'll get through. It'll be a low-scoring, ugly game. So I think honestly the final score you could see is like a 16-10 game, really. I'll take the Raiders by 6.
Let me go Raiders by 14.
It's going to be ugly, but I'm thinking New England wins it just because Josh McDaniels and Bill Belichick knows how to torture his past coordinators. So New England by 3.
There you go. Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair.
Given that we know we just lost to Josh McDaniels, I think he's gonna pull it out against the poverty team, but not by as much as maybe Lab thinks. So I'll half it. I'll take the Raiders by 3.
Same reason as Madison gave. Patriots by 4.
I mean, the reason is because you're a Patriots fan.
Well, that too.
No, it's but
I
it's
just
because
think
Belichick.
It's a fair assessment. It is a fair assessment.
I think McDaniels is gonna get stupid lucky 2 weeks in a row.
I don't
Bad
think that luck's
decision.
going to... Look, Mike Tomlin might get that luck. I don't see Josh McDaniels getting that luck.
Look, just saying, if we still had Favre or Aaron Rodgers on that field goal, we probably would have scored the fucking touchdown. But we still got a young quarterback who's not yet developed.
Yeah.
Or might not ever be developed. Who knows?
Cardinals, Rams. My reasoning for this is I think the Rams will win by 7 because I think there are too many options for the one good Cardinals defensive back, Budda Baker, to cover. You're covering Puka, Kupp goes off. You're covering Kupp, Puka goes off. Matthew Stafford can hit both of them. He's still proven to be a very smart, reliable, and still has a good arm at quarterback. So I'll take the Rams by 7. Won't be pretty, but they'll get it done.
Rams by 10.
I gotta say Rams by 6. Cardinals would keep it close, but Rams has the better talent right now.
You know what? The Cardinals beat the Cowboys. I just want to believe that the Cardinals can pull off like a sleek win here. So I'll be the underdog. I will take the Cardinals by 3.
Give me the Rams by 14.
I hate all of you.
Well,
Excuse us for being the realists.
Yeah, and remember when you guys were the realists against, Lions and Chiefs, and guess who picked the Lions? This guy. Screw you guys.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Screw you guys, I'm taking the upset win for 2 wins. that I'm not gonna get. That I'm not gonna get.
All right. Let's see here.
Shootout.
Eagles
and
and
shootout.
No. Eagles and Jets, and I'm going to take the Jets to lose by 14.
All right, cliffhanger, McBride.
I'm gonna pick the Jets to lose as well by 14.
I'm gonna say Philly by 9 just because time of possession.
God damn it. I want to go opposite of you guys just for the sake of being different, but I'm also like
You're dumb.
trying to hold on to first place. Give me the Eagles by 3 just for the sake that they can just pull off wins at the end.
Just please, Eagles. I don't care if you win by 20. Just
It's
I
the
don't care
Jets.
if you
I
have
think
the
it'll be
brotherly shove from
Give
your
me-
own 10-yard line.
Messon, look up from your thing and give me Eagles by 17.
Holy shit.
Next up, the game that was flex, the first flex of the NFL season, Lions and Buccaneers. This will be in Tampa, and you might want to catch this game because it'll look pretty at least one way.
Game.
Creamsicles, yes, the Mike Allstott era creamsicle Buccaneer uniforms
Will
are back.
Will Baker bake, or will Jared Goff look like a Super Bowl contention?
I think
That's a good question.
I'm gonna go with the Lions in this one. I think it's gonna be a little closer. Baker always keeps things tight in a lot of these games, so I think it's gonna be the Lions winning by. We'll go 5.
For once, I agree with that choice.
I kind of want to go opposite. They're playing in Tampa, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with Tampa by 3. I got the good defense.
Either one is you're not wrong, but I think Detroit is getting that momentum, so Detroit by 4.
Since the Lions have only proven themselves to be the only competent NFC North team, and usually when that happens, that team is pretty fucking competent. Give me the Lions by 9.
I'm gonna mirror Maston, except I'm gonna say Buccaneers by 4.
Ooh.
A little upset win for them.
I respect it. I respect it.
Sunday night game. That's gonna be a rough one. Giants Bills from fucking
This is 4 primetime games for the fucking Giants.
Well, they looked really good last year. They looked really good last year.
I know.
Yeah, where did that happen? Where did all that talent go? Seriously, where?
It's all to fuel Daniel Jones's Bugatti purchases, I guess. I don't know.
I woke up in a new Bugatti.
Yeah. Oh my God. I think I'm taking the Bills in this one. Honestly, by the Vegas line, I'll run with Vegas here. I'll take 14 for the Bills.
I'm gonna take Bills by 21.
Bills by 28.
Bills by 17?
Bills by 22.
And Muzzy, we're only on this side because the Giants fucking suck.
No, I mean the Bills are a good team. I think they're top 5 team in the AFC right now.
Yes, but they're playing the Giants.
I'm
They're
trying
gonna
to
win it
insult
regardless.
Muzzy. You guys could play along.
Muzzy's too nice for me to insult, man.
Sure.
Anyway,
I've only talked to Muzzy a handful of times, so I can still insult him.
Final game of the Week 6 action is the Monday night Cowboys-Chargers in California. It'll be a little bit closer. The Chargers don't have an amazing roster at some points. They still are struggling with some injuries here and there, but Austin Eckler will be back, as Mama said earlier. Yeah. So I'm going to take the Chargers in this one in a close one by 3.
Yeah, I just Cowboys are Cowboys, and I don't like the Cowboys, so I'm gonna go Chargers by 7.
Sorry, I have to say one word: pain. They're gonna choke it away. Dallas by 3.
See, Mass, I understand where you're coming from, right? But also, why the fuck you rooting for Jerry Jones?
I'm not rooting for Jerry Jones. I'm just saying the Chargers.
No. You are secretly rooting for him for that, but even the Chargers by a solid lob copy here because that was my same idea of 3.
I'm not rooting for Jerry.
Just because I like Herbert better than I like Prescott.
I'm not rooting for Jerry Jones, but I also want to say "fuck you, Spanos," and I stopped trusting the Chargers after blowing a 27-point lead in the divisional round wild card last year. Give me Cowboys by 7.
Alrighty, and then the final game that we're covering for our predictions is next week's Thursday night game is the Jaguars and Saints from New Orleans. Oh, yeah. Interesting game. I think it could go either way. These are two teams that are kind of struggling through some downs that they should be a little bit better than they look, at least from the paper aspect of it. But I'll take the Jaguars by 10 in this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a tough. It's in Caesars.
New Orleans.
Fuck, man. Saints has a really good defense though, and I feel like it's gonna trip them up. So I'm gonna go Saints by 3.
Thursday night football fuckery. Jacksonville by 3.
Given it my other league, I have the third down running back on IR. I will take the Jaguars by 7 because fucking why not?
I'll take Jags by 9.
I appreciate that, pick, enough. I appreciate that.
That is it for our predictions. I think the only thing we have left to do is talk about were there any comments on the video from last week.
No questions.
There were no questions. Just another great video from my good old buddy Morrow.
Here we go, the boys.
And also the gif of me going like this on my money.
There you go. Good old
and Muzzy
Wisconsin.
throwing in a couple roots. I don't remember what he said. My phone's charging.
Mine just died on this.
There we go.
I'm on a computer. What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
But
Why do you guys not have like a phone charger near your computer? Like I have one of these. I have one of these like wireless stand chargers. It's awesome.
Because my other charger is at my workstation.
Yeah. All right.
Because I am running like a madman in IT right now.
Yeah, nothing new on the video.
All right. So I guess that's it from us. We are pushing about 2:30 with this one, so best get moving along. Yeah, a decently long episode today from us. So thank you for watching the Football Stooges. Make sure to like the video, comment any questions that you have, anything you want us to answer or cover. We hope you enjoyed the episode. Enjoy football. We're into the mid-season, I guess you would say about now. So you ready for some good football games?
Just before mid-season.
We're getting into it. So yeah, enjoy football, except if you're a what was it? No, the
Patriots or Packers.
I have this. I'll be fine.
Patriots. No, the Packers have a bye, and someone else. I forgot who else has a bye. Whatever. But yeah, you two have byes this week. Anyway, but yeah, enjoy football. It doesn't last long. It always goes quicker than you think. And as always, run the damn ball. Have a good night.